after winning 4 in a row against the New York Yankees. The Bruins have made a trade as well. They've upgraded their roster, but at what cost? So there's a lot to get into as we're back here. I was out the last 2 days last week and back here with you on the nights for most of this week. You can call in at 617-779-0985. We're also on YouTube as well. I've just logged in. And you can already see us on there. We got our friends in there. It's real easy to do. Just log in. You can create a screen name too, and you can chat in. I already see Jack ready to go in there as well. So feel free to jump in there if you'd like. But there's just so much to get into, and I think Jaylen Brown is crashing out. I think Jaylen Brown has crashed out, and I think that Brad Stevens may have mishandled the Jaylen Brown situation. Now, there's a lot to happen over the next couple of days. July 4th is usually a pretty big day where trades go down, big moves happen. So we got ourselves a week here, right? July 3rd is on Friday. The 4th is on Saturday. We're going into a long weekend, but this is the biggest time of year for the NBA and NHL when it comes to trades and free agency. But Jaylen Brown, to me, in full fairness, I wanted to get away for this weekend. I kind of stayed off the grid when it came to social media and sports takes. Sometimes in this business, you just need to get away. But could you even get away from the Jaylen Brown stuff? I don't know. Just from afar, I wasn't really locked in, but it feels as though Jaylen Brown may be ready to move on. He made headlines this week. He's not happy about being shopped around. There was obviously the Bill Simmons stuff. The word is he's on the street in France. Multiple people ran into him saying he was acting like he's done in Boston. And I don't think he's very happy with this. This is what Bill Simmons said on his podcast. So I'm stating my source, Jaylen, because I know Jaylen Brown asks to state your source. So I'm sourcing Bill Simmons of The Ringer on his podcast. ESPN reported that the Celtics offered Brown, amongst other things, for Giannis. You guys know that. Timberwolves also asked for a trade for Giannis. It's not the first time he's been shopped around, and now rumors continue, and they will continue when it comes to Jaylen Brown. But Jaylen's got a lot of problems here, and, I consider and tell you, I think what's best for the Boston Celtics is Jaylen Brown to be on the team. In the end, I don't think they'll be able to trade Jaylen Brown for anybody that can equal the return for Brown. So that's why I want them to stick together. But I know that in this league, you have to change things up. Teams are doing it yearly. But when you look at Jaylen Brown, he sounded off on a few things. I mean, he went off. JB was talking about analytics have and are ruining the game that we play. It's AI hoops, is what he said. Analytics nowadays used to discredit and control narratives. Roll the ball out. None of these guys better than me on both ends. Who does he work for? He was talking about Bobby Marks when he talked about a report about his trade value isn't that high around the leagues. Quote, I had an analytics guy tell me we view Jaylen Brown as the 7th best player on a team. That really set Jaylen Brown off. Jaylen goes on to say, nobody has won more combined regular season and playoff games since I entered the league 10 years ago. Analytics are ruining the game, and we're playing AI hoops. Also told Bobby Marks to state his source, one of his famous sayings here. But Jaylen's been going off. He's crashing out. His dad is now saying stuff. But where I go with it is the analytics. You've never heard truly Jaylen Brown say something about the Celtics, the organization, or their coach, or Brad Stevens, or anything, or even Jason Tatum, for that matter. But when he starts talking about analytics, who's he attacking? Again, he's never said anything about the Celtics, ever. But me, looking at that and reading that, again, I was away this weekend, reading that makes me think analytics have ruined the league. If he's just talking about the Bobby Marks comment, fine. Leave it at that. But the Celtics run their team through analytics. Their coach is very analytical. Their coach was on record saying that they won a championship because of math. So if Jaylen is upset about analytics, is he upset about his time in Boston? And I don't feel that Brad Stevens has done the Celtics any favors this week or the last 2 weeks. I get it. You have a chance to trade Jaylen Brown for a Planet player, you do it, and they tried it and they missed. And now they're trying to get value around the league, and it's nowhere close. And they're saying that the asking price is 4 first-round picks, and they're not getting that. And he has a contract that's due in about, 3 weeks for an extension at 2 years and $141 million. Feel like Jaylen Brown's starting to act like he's done. Some of the things he's saying, he's starting to crash out. And, I don't want to call him a victim or if he's victimizing himself, but that's something that Stephen A. Smith said. Hey, we're not going to treat you like the victim here. He's crashing out, and he's hearing a lot of things, and he's reacting to it. Some people like it. Some people like the fact that he's on a public forum, his own public forum. Words can't be, they're his words. He says them. So there's a little bit of transparency there coming from the source. But I don't want to hear this anymore. Bro, I know you're one of the best two-way players in basketball, but you don't need to say it. Just because there's reports out there or people are floating things, why are you listening to this? I almost blame you, Jaylen, for this. I want to get on Brad for starting this entire thing, which is, again, I think he's made a major mistake here. But the Brad Stevens thing? Yeah, you dangled the player out there a couple of times. But with Jaylen, he ain't handling this the right way. And now he's attacking analytics. Celtics love to use analytics and wonder where they're going with that one. But just a lot to analyze when it comes to what Jaylen Brown said this weekend. He went off this week. His dad went off this week. They're losing control, man. And we haven't heard a word from Jason Tatum. Oh, we did actually. We did hear from Jason Tatum. He was tweeting on his social media this weekend. But about Ron Harper Jr. and about Bradley Beal's birthday. He stayed far, far away from the Jaylen Brown thing, and just very interesting. I never really thought that he had anything to say here. The more I look at it now, I am very curious what's next for Jaylen Brown, but there's a lot of moves happening throughout the league. Could it involve Brown? I know the Portland made a big trade today for John Morant. There's other things going out there. And more Bill Simmons stuff. He's floating trades out there, and we have tons of reports. I know Sam Amick had a little report about what the Celtics were actually asking in this deal, but we got a ton to get into tonight. More on Jaylen Brown and the Celtics as, things are starting to heat up literally this week. We're expecting a heat wave, but we're also going to get ourselves some moves around the NBA. We'll leave it there at 617-779-0985. You can react to what you're hearing on the Jaylen Brown front. And are you guys sick of it? And I don't want to make this a Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum thing because a lot of people do that. I'm not going to. But, man, silence is really loud around here, huh? Really loud. And it's sending a message. All right, we'll get to you guys after this. We'll hear what Skaz has to say tonight. We got a full show. You guys can call in. We'd love to hear from you. And, of course, join us on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com, search 98.5 The Sports Hub, and boom. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
keeper. You have Jokic and Gordon and Jaylen as your front line. You have more flexibility, and you have somebody who can really step in if Gordon gets hurt, which he gets hurt every year.
The value for Jaylen Brown around the league might not be as much as you guys think he's worth. Forget about what the Celtics play with 4 first-round picks. Skaz, can you tell me what is going on in this soccer game right now? It's 1-1. So do they need to decide a winner?
Yes, Joe. This is the knockout games have started. This is Germany versus Paraguay. Massive underdogs. Paraguay are in penalties right now with a slight lead, Joe. Not to do the Joe Murray play-by-play, but I would say this would be one of the biggest upset of the tournament so far, without question, as it's only the third game of the knockout round. But yeah, I think Germany was around minus 1,000 in this game, money line to advance. So I would say that's an upset.
Yeah. Paraguay scored first, which was interesting on this one. So I took the under 2.5 in this, guys. So does that mean it's?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, we're
good. The penalty goals do not count towards the total.
I even think Street Team Joe was watching because he was texting us about the flopping that was going on, which I did. Oh, yep, it went through.
Yeah, I thought he was working, though.
Where is Street Team Joe?
Yeah, I thought he was working.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how he's watching that goalie flop.
That's funny. The World Cup's not to... Sometimes we do need a Jaylen Brown break here and there, but this is what the World Cup's about right now. So right now, Paraguay is up 2-1 in kicks. Do they call these shootout kicks?
Penalty kicks.
Penalty kicks.
PKs.
So right now it's 2-1. Paraguay beating Germany was a huge upset. Huge. So we'll keep you posted here. But as far as like dramatics, guys, this is right up there.
We got a real good one tonight. I believe it's Morocco versus the Netherlands. That's going to be a very good game.
I love the way Morocco's played. Are they a dog? I wonder who's... Oh, Germany 2-2 ties it up in kicks. But it looks like Paraguay has 3 more chances. Germany has just the 2 remaining. This is intense. Oh, he missed it. The goalie slightly. This is good for those. I know people are driving home in their cars, probably like, "What is Joe talking about?" But World Cup action, sometimes it comes down to some of the best parts of the game are the shootout and penalty kicks, and here we are. I will keep you posted on it, but it's very, very interesting. Skaz, the Jaylen Brown stuff. I didn't like it this weekend, and I think he has every right to say what he says. I don't disagree with what he's saying. Oh boy, Paraguay up 3-2. But are you having enough of it now? Is it getting to a point, or you're just like, it's just Jaylen being Jaylen again?
What did he do? He yelled at some morons on Twitter. I mean, haven't we all done that, Joe? Yelled at the analytics guy?
Oh, I do it all. Oh, I yell at people all the time on Twitter.
Jaylen Brown, by any metric, any eyeball, non-eyeball computer test, is never the 7th best player on any basketball team he's ever been on in his entire life. Well, maybe the Olympic team.
Nobody believed that. Do you really think so?
Then why does Bobby Marks say it?
Where does he work again?
It's over.
Paraguay was
not actually, but it's over.
Where does Bobby Marks work nowadays? Why am I mistaken?
Where did Bobby Marks used to work? I think is a better question. He's a front office member in the NBA for a little while.
Oh.
I believe he was in the Brooklyn Nets front office that may have sent some draft picks to Boston that, just so happened to be Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. And Bobby Marks not in the front office of the NBA anymore. Now he just talks about it like the rest of us because of that trade, basically. I can't imagine that a guy like that would have any issue or axe to grind with Jaylen Brown or, have his words manipulated and then, look for the press about it, retweet it, and then when Jaylen Brown gets upset, backtrack it immediately and tuck your tail between your legs. I thought that was fine from Bobby Marks. I don't know.
So this weekend did nothing for you in regards to Jaylen Brown. I feel like him talking about analytics, though, he never talks bad about Tatum or the Celtics. Never. Even Mazzulla, for that matter. Was this maybe the first time he showed aggravation with analytics?
No, not the first time. He's done this before. He did it at the All-Star break. Look at the records, he said.
Yeah. I guess it wasn't a
State your source, he said.
State your sources. What about his dad talking?
That was a shock to me, kind of. I've never... Jaylen is usually out front himself. I've never really had anyone speak for Jaylen. I would say that tells you that maybe there is some frustration there.
I don't want to mess with his dad. Oh, boys, guys, we got ourselves a must-win here, right? 3-3 in PKs. Yeah, Jaylen Brown's dad's the guy who did something, right? Not cool. So I would be careful with that. Bill, I don't know why Bill Simmons is all over the place now. Everything he says is somewhere. He floated out a trade today to Denver where there's smoke. Of course, Nikola Jokic turned down his, or he says he'll be turning down his extensions. And Jamal Murray was floated out there today, who was drafted the same draft as Jaylen Brown. But there was other trades that happened today. Ja Morant on the move to the Portland Trail Blazers. Oh, wow. Yeah, just to let you guys know what's going on. Paraguay and Germany went 3-3 in the first round of kicks. So do they just go now? How does it work? Do they just keep going until one team hits and one team misses?
Yes, sudden death.
So they won't do a 3-3 again.
Nope.
So
that's the best goalie of all time, probably too, in net for Germany right now, depending on who you ask.
It was a hell of a save.
He's certainly, top 3, top 5 all time.
I mean, they were down. They were out. They were done. He saved them. So Germany starting things off right now, 3-3 right now in sudden death kicks. 1-1 game was the original through 90, or actually one over 110, I think. And Germany missed the net. He missed the net. Completely missed it, and Paraguay has a chance to advance with a sudden death goal over Germany right now. Another opportunity again. What was the goalie doing there? First off, on that one was bad.
Well, you just guessed, Joe.
How do you miss the net, though?
That's a tough flight to get on if this is how it ends.
Who is do we know who this guy is? He looks like a left-footed kicker, number 13 on the Paraguay team. And Paraguay wins. They have upset Germany 4-3 in sudden death kicks. They have advanced past Germany, a huge upset in the round of 32. This game, of course, at Boston Stadium, an upset. People crying and cheering in the stands. Germany loses to Paraguay in sudden death kicks. What an upset at Boston Stadium. The Germany goaltender absolutely stunned. What a moment. Paraguay, sudden death kicks, has advanced, beating Germany today. I think we should go to break on that one. Your thoughts at 617-779-0985. Wow. This is something. Is Sarge going to send everybody home now? Thank you for coming to Boston Stadium today. The Germany doesn't even want to get off the field right now. They're shocked. So, Paraguay, now on to the round of 16. They'll play the winner of France and Sweden. Canada Moving on as well, you'll see the United States tomorrow. If they advance, they'll get Senegal or Belgium. Almost to the round of 16, huh? What a finish. We'll hit the headline here. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub. Well, the Sox have been looking for a spark, boys. Sweeping the Yankees at home is one way to find it. That was a heck of a ball game.
Jaylen Brown was hearing it from a fan, famously yesterday. He rides the waves of emotion of this game, and he is such a skilled player, and he loves the moment, and he got one tonight.
Well, those emotions and that passion and that intensity, it's tough for him at times, but it also makes him the player he is and pushes him to the edge where he can do things like that.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub, I'm Joe Murray. Well, the Red Sox swept the Yankees this weekend, and I'm kind of shocked, to be honest with you. Skaz, you know this. I had the Sunday as the line in the sand. I thought that I did ask you a question over under 19 and a half games, under 500. And I think you said under, and here they are now 10 games under 500. So would you say that that's an improvement in the right direction for the team?
Not really, no.
Okay, here, I got another one for you then. Was this more about the Yankees this weekend or more about the Red Sox?
I think it's about the Red Sox pitching and just how bad the American League really is. That Yankees team is at the top of the American League tells you all you need to know about the American League.
Red Sox starters over the last 14 days have the best ERA in baseball at 1.87. That's very good. Sonny Gray had one of his sunny days yesterday and also became the first pitcher in the modern era to have 2,000 career strikeouts and 2,000 career innings pitched in the same game. So does that mean that he had a strikeout for every inning pitched in his career? That's pretty good, huh?
Not a math guy, but I think that checks out.
But that's pretty good?
Pretty good.
He's a damn good player, huh? He's been great. He's now, he got the loss last night because he left the game early. But he went 7 1/3 into the 8th inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts, 97 pitches. Do you think they should have taken him out? I wouldn't have. What happens when you take a guy out who just had a no-hitter? Generally, the bullpen blows it, and that's what happened last night. I didn't think it was great. Chapman, I don't know. Is something going on there with him? He looked 40 trying to track down a ball.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about him, Joe. That trade value, not quite as high as we thought, maybe.
I think it was a little bit more about the play in the outfield, though. You know, I thought Abreu had a really poor throw. He didn't back it up either. So, we can at least look at 3 consecutive appearances by Chapman and be concerned. He hasn't been right. And 2 of them, one was a walk-off loss. And then they won this game, I guess. So did he get the win? No, he got the blown save. Slayton actually got the win yesterday and still gave up 2 runs. I don't know how that happened. But, Skaz, here's my take. Something seems to be removed from there where this weekend something was different. They were playing guys like Bob Seger. What's his name? I never can remember that guy's name. You know, Nate Eaton was getting a look. Masataka Yoshida had a pinch hit, right?
Yeah.
Jaren Duran didn't even play.
Jaylen Duran.
Yeah. Him. But Siegler is the guy's name. Sorry.
Yeah, Tony Siegler there, I think.
But they put Mickey Gasper back in the minors. Just looking at the lineup last night, like Rafaela, Abreu, Contreras, Romy was back. He went 0 but he was back. Durbin, right? 2 RBI night. Connor Wong battled last night. The kid Cheng has been pretty good. Where I'm going with this is I feel like Marcelo Meyer and Roman Anthony not being a part of things might be like, I don't know, something's different in that locker room. We'll let you hear what Roman Anthony said later on today about his hand. But did you notice the Sunday news dump last night? Old 5:30 on a Sunday night. Roman Anthony transferred to the 60-day DL. News dump. So I think I agree with you, Skaz, that maybe nothing is different. But they're already up 4-1 right now against Washington, a team they should beat, right? They win tonight, now they're 9 games under. Can they win tomorrow? They're 8 games under.
You're just saving Craig Breslow's job.
Probably.
That's great.
I still think that they should think of, like, Sonny Gray right now. I don't think he's pitching like this because he wants out. Right? Wouldn't you say that? Like, last week he said he'd waive his no-trade clause. I think he's playing like this because he wants out. I don't know. Where are the Brewers at? Imagine the Brewers adding him and Mizorowski and what that could look like. I mean, the Red Sox already trade with them. There's got to be teams that are interested in this guy. And I don't know, do the Red Sox want to wait until the All-Star break and let him be their All-Star? Is that what it's about? What if he gets hurt in another start? He's not going to be better than anything we saw yesterday. And he's been damn good. He's been really good. But going forward here, like, I don't know. You still going to hang on to these guys? Like Chapman right now. If somebody wants him, I'd start looking to move him. The Contreras thing I'd keep around. He showed a little something. Bench is clearing this week with him. You want to throw at me? Well, but I'm going to get right on the plate. He homered tonight, by the way. But they're already out to a 4-1 lead. Caleb Durbin is balling right now. Caleb Durbin is, it took him to leave the organization in order to finally get it together. But Durbin tonight, after his home run, 233. He was batting 160. He was batting 160. He's up to 233 at the moment. When I look at this Red Sox team, do I think they're a playoff team? No. Do I think they're a championship team? No. But what I do see is something has changed since Marcelo Meyer and Roman Anthony aren't there. And I'm trying to smell it. I wonder if it's an issue. I wonder if there's something going on there. But the team right now, bases loaded, up 4-1. They are rolling. Let's go to the phones here. Let's talk to Danny. He's in the car. Hey, Danny.
Yeah, well, I'll do a Dan Shaughnessy while clearing out the desk there, sir, in the middle of the summer. Durbin, a little spark plug turning it around. Good for him. Certainly, I believe his third base play defensively would be top tier as far as all third basemen in all of Major League Baseball. In regards to the Patriots, looking good, thumbs up. I think even with the schedule being much harder, they're going to surprise a few people. And I think Jason Tatum's silence is deafening. I cannot believe his silence in regards to Jaylen Brown. I'm going to hang up and listen to you. So, apple pies. The fried apple pie is back at McDonald's. There was a discussion a few weeks ago about fried apple pies. They brought it back.
Thank you, sir. Yes, I think we've done extensive research on the apple pie, Skaz, would you say?
I think that's fair.
I was out the last. Were you here last week? You were out the last 2 days too?
I was, Joe. Yes, both of us.
I heard. What happened Thursday? Were you here? Was
Street Team Joe was at the helm.
Yeah, it was Matt, Derek,
Street Team
Joe. I saw a video of Derek trying to help Joe with something.
It's a big task.
Matt was. I don't know what happened Friday though. Who was here Friday?
I believe it was Matt Stenberg and Alex Barth.
Okay. I did a 3-day weekend down in Marlboro, Skaz, for a big card show. Did you know 13,000 people showed up? And I met a lot of them. They're all big fans of the show, I will say that. I had a couple of people just yelling out at me, just from far away. And I had a couple of people saying, hey, Joe, remind me not to call you soft. So.
Well, Joe, yeah, I did get a couple text messages when that happened, Joe. I will say that. You had a little viral moment on Thursday.
I think you know me well enough that I might not say things.
Sometimes, the words come out a little quicker than the brain gets a hold of them.
Yes, that part's true. But the way that I say it, you understand it, even though the way that I really said it was like bad, you know?
Slightly aggressive, I would say, in your tone at first.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just say a lot of people heard it. And I had a lot of people come up to me at the card show to talk about it. So, but yes, there was, I saw every, Skaz, I don't know if I want to look at cards for a couple of days after 3 days there. But I will tell you, though, were you watching the golf, by the way, yesterday?
I watched some golf yesterday.
And then the dude choked today, Scotty Scheffler. So he forces the extra hole, and then he blows it today. Anyways, I've been watching so much like soccer, golf. I watched what else the hell? Watching the hotel room, whatever the hell was. I was watching like college softball or something. Anyways, did Wilson Contreras just get hit? Now he's pissed. He is going to unleash Skaz. Oh, now everyone's trying to hold back Wilson Contreras now. Here we go. Wilson's now yelling at the umpire.
I would say he's not yelling at him at all. I think the umpire tossed him.
Oh.
I think.
Okay. See, man doing radio show versus man trying to figure it out. And I know that Chad Chipperson is there. Is that Chad Tracy in front of him? He's talking very calmly to the and now he's not. So in this situation, do you want Chad Tracy speaking for you, or do you want Wilson Contreras speaking? It's just Contreras yelling at the ump, and Chad Tracy's trying to get in there, but he just can't. So what happened?
If that ump tossed Wilson Contreras, that ump should probably never be allowed to be a major league umpire again in this situation. Now, we don't do politics, but this isn't really politics. Now, I don't know if Contreras was tossed or not. I'm trying to figure that out. But if you do even the slightest bit of research on what Wilson Contreras and Wilyer Abreu are kind of going through right now with what's happened in Venezuela, you saw how emotional Wilson Contreras was after that first inning home run. I would have to imagine he didn't just get tossed for being slightly emotional.
I'm watching Nesson right now. He tapped his helmet. Did he not get a review? He tapped his helmet at the guy. He tapped him back, pointed at him, and he said, no, no, no.
So, yeah, I don't really understand what happened, but most umps are hardos, to say the least, and are terrible at their job. So I would imagine it was just another case of that.
Outside of Wilson Contreras, being I like his aggression. I actually think it's pretty good. But this guy was like a great catcher. Knows the game very well. He's been really good at first base too. But if he has a problem with a call, I think he sees the game better than a lot of other people. I need to know what just happened there.
Your co-host over there, Joe, Lucy Burge, has tweeted, "Tossed for tapping his helmet. Are we for real right now?" in all caps.
Wilson Contreras, yeah. He was tossed. And Skaz mentioned it, but before the game yesterday, there was an unfortunate major earthquake in Venezuela. And Wilson Contreras, Wilyer Abreu, I'm sorry, who's the other player, Skaz, that was out there? And I apologize. But the three players before the game went out basically canning. Which I used to do as a kid. We used to get cans and try to collect money for our uniforms or for our little league to go on trips and stuff like that. But the Venezuelan players on the Red Sox were out literally on Lansdowne Street with buckets to raise money for Venezuela. And the footage that I saw, people were donating. So thank you for everybody.
I believe Carlos Narvaez.
Also. Yeah, I missed him. But they were out in like Venezuelan Red Sox shirts, something that maybe they got at the World Baseball Classic, because I believe they won the World Baseball Classic this year. But yes.
Can I just say, I'd like to see Chad Tracy get tossed in that situation. What are you doing?
Remember when I asked?
What are you doing?
Remember when I asked, hey, like, who do you want to talk to right now? Tracy did nothing.
But even if he's going to let Contreras get out there, after Contreras gets tossed, you need to lose your effing mind.
Plus the team,
knowing what's going on.
You're up 5-1.
Knowing what's going on
with him, defending
and the other guys in your clubhouse, you need to go absolutely bananas, losing your mind defending that guy. And
Agreed.
what an absolute tool that umpire is.
It was a missed opportunity from Chad Tracy, and maybe something will be said later about it. That was a missed opportunity from Chad Tracy to defend his guy. For throwing him out right now with what he's trying to play for and all that, that's bogus. Plus, he didn't do anything.
The ump's name is Nick Lentz, too. Just so we're accurate on who was terrible, we like to give people credit when they do good and bad work. That was first base umpire Nick Lentz, who did a terrible job there. And hopefully is, they never discipline these guys or have them, answer. Maybe send him to AAA. Send him to Worcester for a little bit. He can join Mickey Gasper.
The Chad Tracy thing, Skaz, remember yesterday when he won? Was it Saturday? I can't remember. But after the game, he took his hat off and he was like,
I think it was yesterday. You guys got to rewrite all your stories now.
No, but what a day for him to go at an ump. You're up 5-1. Yeah. You're rolling. You don't need to worry about You don't need to worry about Ranger Suarez. He's going to mow everybody down the rest of the way. No, you go at you call him out. You take his hat, you start petting his head, right? And then you start rubbing some dirt on him, right? Kicking dirt on him. Maybe even pick up the first base bag and throw it. No, but it was fun. I wasn't thinking of it at the time, Skaz, as like this is a great moment for him. But he like pushed Tracy out of the way?
Yeah, excuse me, Mr. First Base Umpire. What are we doing, Chad?
Cora would at least tell the guy, let me talk. Like he'd at least hold the guy back. That was a bad moment, Chad Tracy. It was bad. I got to call you out because you got to be better than that. You should have went at him, and everybody would have got behind him. Absolutely. The crowd would have went nuts, and it probably would have made a donation to Venezuela while you're at it. Hey, you know what? I'm going to pay the fine, and you know what? I'm going to double the fine and send it to Venezuela for all the people out there who need help. And I believe there is a website for that I can give out shortly. But what a missed opportunity to get yanked by Chad. That would have been his first ejection too, right? He was too polite there.
Mr. Rogers over there in the dugout.
I didn't like that. Oh wow! Maybe we can get the "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Would you be mine?"
Just have some sense of, I don't know, anything to not toss a guy for that. Like, that's what we're doing. That's where baseball's at right now. Mm-hmm. No personality, no nothing.
Just
bring in the robots.
It was a missed opportunity there, and they'll win, and we'll forget about it. But I would have loved it, and I think the crowd would have. Maybe it would have been maybe that plane ride earlier this week was a moment for them. That could have been Chad Tracy's moment right there. Caleb Durbin just made a great play at third. All right, if you do want to donate to the Red Sox Foundation Venezuelan Earthquake Disaster Relief Effort, you can go to redsoxfoundation.org/relief. You can help donate to the people in Venezuela. All right, we'll take a break. This hour of the Sports Hub has been brought to you by our good friends, because, of course, they are always our good friends at Valvoline and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit wingandoilchange.com. You'll save 15% off an extra through oil change at Valvoline and Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Wanted to get into the Jason Tatum weekend coming up in a bit. And we got some updates on some of the new signings for the Celtics today. Some guys coming back and a lot other going on here on the show. Let's talk to Kevin. He's in Charlestown. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, guys. I want to preface what I'm about to say with the fact that I really love Jaylen Brown. I think he's a great player. But if you look at the Celtics championship team, they were $180 million at least, probably more, over the salary cap that season. And, of course, those other players like Porzingis, Drew Holiday, and those guys were dumped off, as Jaylen Brown was saying. And then Jaylen Brown had his opportunity this past season. There's a number 2 seed. But if you look at the NBA as a whole, half of the Eastern Conference was actively tanking or injured. Giannis was injured most of the season. Embiid was injured most of the season. Trae Young, Halliburton. So, this notion that Jaylen Brown is this gifted player in the sense that can carry a team to a championship, I just don't see that, and I think that's why he's a little bit overvalued here in Boston. I'll hang up and listen.
All right, man. Appreciate your call. I think the value for Jaylen Brown's tough around the league because he has 3 years remaining plus a 2-year option. I think there are teams that would line up the door with a line out the door to want Jaylen Brown. But they like it at the number with the 3 years remaining, not to mention the 2 years, 141 that's coming up. And I think that's the value right there. It's probably just not the best time to move on from Jaylen Brown. But has the roster as a team, is it worth them going in a different direction? And to that caller's last point, I agree with you. Adding Drew Holiday, I'll cross sports. Adding Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis was like adding Kurt Schilling and Keith Folk when the Red Sox needed it in 2004. You needed 2 players to put you over the top. You removed Marcus Smart. You added Kristaps. You added Drew Holiday. What an upgrade. Right? You had Al Horford as the 6th man. You had a good team, but it was centered around Brown and Tatum. Right? Pritchard played that little role off the bench. I think it's clear that they need a big and another ball handler. And I think that's a blueprint, right? Guys, isn't it okay to have a blueprint on how to win with 2 guys? Get him a big, get him a ball handler, and you're right back in it. That's how I feel, at least. So, but Porzingis, you see him sign today?
$20 million a year.
A guy with whatever. I don't know what the health condition is.
It's a tiny bit of Celtics news from our buddy Keith Smith.
Ooh, I love Keith with his stuff. Yeah.
The Boston Celtics did not tender qualifying offers to Max Shulga or John Tonji, a league sources told Spotrac. Shulga and Tonji will both be unrestricted free agents this offseason.
So that means that they opened up. So what do they have? 2 open roster spots out of 15?
1 or 2, I think, right now. I don't know if he was official. I think he might have at the end of the year had one, but I can't remember.
Let's look at it like this. They did sign Neemias Queta. They picked up the options of Queta and Walsh. Now, Walsh has a high number considering he's a first-round pick. So, guys, you're looking at a $6 to $7 million bench guy?
Is that much, though, anymore?
For a kid his age with the talent? No.
Yeah.
Queta, not much either.
No.
And then Amari Williams got his tender.
Yeah, Ronnie Harper,
and
too,
then Ron
Joe.
Harper, well, he got a new contract.
Yeah, guy.
So, may I go with that now, please? Thank you.
Please.
You set me up perfectly. Skaz, please know that I'm not doing this to make this about Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. But would you say that Jason Tatum's been very quiet this offseason?
No more quiet than he's been in past off seasons.
Yep, I agree. He's not the guy that comes out and talks normally. Did you see who he was with this past weekend?
A lot of people. I saw he was with Taylor Rooks. I certainly saw that. I saw he was with Draymond Green.
Draymond Green, who just opted out of his deal today.
So his buddy LeBron can come to Golden State.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
And who do they want as their center?
Anthony Davis. People have been trying to get him for years.
So let me just think
And
about
and
this.
just while we're on that, Joe, they would get Anthony Davis by trading known loser and guy who cannot get over the hump, Jimmy Butler, for Anthony Davis.
Got it. So Butler to Washington.
Guy who can get over the hump and has one. Just so we're stating facts for people that do the Jimmy Butler over Tatum and Brown thing, and he's a real competitor. That's why he's an 8 seed every year and loses.
So Jimmy Butler goes to Washington.
Oh, can't wait to see that. I'm sure he'll be a role model player in Washington with Trae Young and A.J. Debonta.
Debonta was here today. Did you see that?
I did see that.
In studio here today. And then they would acquire LeBron, and that would eat the money that Draymond just gave up.
So they would be able to afford LeBron, Draymond, Anthony Davis, and Steph.
And then Draymond would sign for some lower number.
Yes. So his hero, LeBron,
would
could come
be
play.
Steph, Podzinski,
Oh, you can't forget Pods, Joe.
LeBron, Draymond,
Anthony Davis.
and Anthony Davis.
With
and they'll have-
Kristaps
and they'll have
Porzingis coming
Porzingis.
off the bench.
Someone ain't lasting there. It's probably Draymond. So back to the Tatum thing. Hanging with Draymond. Did you see his social media post this week? He hasn't been posting lately, but did you see who he congratulated?
I did.
Ron Harper Jr.
Who, remind me, he got a new contract, right? That's something that actually happened?
Correct.
Okay.
And he said happy birthday to his best friend, Bradley Beal.
Which was something that also actually happened, right? That was an event that did take place over the weekend. It was a concrete event.
Yep. No Jaylen Brown stuff, though.
And what would you like him to say about the Jaylen Brown stuff? Because I have to remember, Joe, I don't remember LeBron ever having to come out for his teammates or, anyone else in the history of sports.
I don't remember Michael Jordan coming after Scotty, or Scotty. I don't remember it. I'm trying to remember. Antoine Walker and Paul Pierce. I'm just trying to think of Manny and Ortiz. Yeah, sometimes Ortiz had to come out for Manny. It happened. That's probably what we're basing some things on.
You bring up Manny there, Joe. Remind me, was he ever traded? Was Manny Ramirez ever traded?
He was.
I think our good friend Dan Shaughnessy had a piece yesterday where he discussed how Manny Ramirez was Manny and Nomar. I would say two big figures in the Red Sox at the time.
Manny Ramirez and Nomar were a part of a trade to acquire A-Rod.
And they were traded.
The transaction was processed, but was not signed off on because Major League Baseball wouldn't allow the Yankees to discount A-Rod's contract.
And did Pedro or David Ortiz come out and have to,
No, Kevin Millar went on ESPN and said that he always loved A-Rod better than Nomar, essentially. I'm paraphrasing.
And then Manny came back and he pouted and hit 10 home runs that year and batted .215, I'm guessing.
No, if I'm not mistaken, Manny was the MVP of the All-Star game, of the
World Series. He had 43 home runs, yeah. So I just...
And what Nomar do?
He pouted and cried and left. So you can either be Nomar or you can be Manny. But either way, Jason Tatum has zero responsibility to say anything, I think.
Just fall.
What do you want him to do?
So I don't want him to do anything. What I'm trying to say to you is I feel like this is now a narrative. If he does nothing, Skaz, it seems like he's on the opposite side, right? It's what he always does. To you and I, it's what he always does, so we shouldn't be picking sides.
And if he comes out and supports Jaylen Brown and they trade him, what happens then?
Does it show that maybe he's upset with the
then
team?
There's a divide within the organization?
His silence is deafening because if he doesn't do anything, it seems like he's doing something wrong. If he does do something, he literally is never talked anyways, right?
Every single time Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have ever been asked, they've said we want to play together.
Yeah.
Every time.
And Jaylen, to his defense, has always said he wants to stay here. So, like, this whole okay, my point is this. Isn't Jason Tatum in this situation put in an awful position?
What do you want him to say?
No, I don't want him to say anything. My point is him saying nothing puts him on the side of the Celtics. Like, you know what? Know what I would want him to say? To be honest with you, if I saw him come out and, like, showed a picture of him and Jaylen, I support my guy and I hope we play together forever. And he just posts it. We're not doing this anymore, or the national media is not doing this anymore, and it would be uncharacteristic. I think what I'm trying to say more than anything is I don't know what I want him to do. Normally he does nothing. He's historically done and said nothing. So for him to do something would be uncharacteristic. I'll say that again. But I also feel like him saying nothing, the organization has put him in a bad spot. This is why I feel like Brad Stevens has bungled this situation. Like, it almost makes it look like, could Tatum be upset with Brown? Because Brown's always said he wanted to stay here. They both have said they want to stay together. I just feel like there's this Mazzulla, Tatum, Brad side, and then there's Jaylen's side. And I don't know. I feel like Jaylen kind of opened that up this weekend.
Well, Joe, we tried to get a guest on tonight. That guest could not join us, but he dropped an article about 25 minutes ago that I am starting to peruse. Joe, that would be the great Adam Himmelsbach. And
yes,
if you're a Celtics fan, when Adam Himmelsbach speaks or writes, I should say, you listen. I'll read this one for you. It remains unclear if the Celtics are urgently attempting to trade Brown or simply listening to pitches from prospective suitors. One league source said Brown could still return to the Celtics next season, even if some uncomfortable conversations must happen first. To me, I think that is the best outcome for the Boston Celtics going forward. It does also go on to say that the problem for the Celtics at this point is that after missing out on Antetokounmpo, it is hard to envision a trade package that would not cause them to take a step back in the short term. And for me, that's pretty much it. You get worse if you trade Jaylen Brown, so why get worse?
I don't want to get worse, but did they do it with, like, did they put enough on the table, Skess? This was my whole take on Pat Riley. Pat Riley knew how to get deals done. Did Brad not get the deal done? And now this is the fallout?
But I'm fine with that. Yeah, I didn't want Giannis for that package. I think it could be a blessing in disguise.
I hope it is. You know what it is, guys, is I'm watching Jaylen Brown crash out. And
I think that's unfair, Joe.
No, I'm watching him crash out.
How is he crashing out?
Well, he's being honest.
He's tweeting? How many people tweet? Because he's a professional athlete, he tweets two things and he's crashing out?
I think this weekend, him and his dad talking was not a good look.
Joe, Bobby Marks is a certified moron.
Yeah, I get you. I'm just...
If someone said Joe Murray is, I can't even think of a perspective thing. The seventh best.
The ratings are high because there's no other competition.
If you're the seventh best, night show host in Boston, I would say that's just factually incorrect.
That's a good one.
That's
yes, and then I would probably come out on the air and be like, "Let me give you the facts."
And you think you'd be pretty upset, Joe?
I get it,
especially if that guy who said, it's not me, it's an anonymous source, was the guy who traded your draft pick to the Celtics for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, got fired because of it, because once again, certified moron. And now, after you've had a decade-long career, he's still going to try and discredit you because his dumbass traded you for washed-up Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and got you fired from Brooklyn? I think Jaylen Brown crashing out, completely justified. I think he took it easy on Bobby Marks and the analytic guys that are ruining basketball.
All right, what about the whole, this was my favorite season?
Hate it.
Yeah. So I think it's just, it's a snowballing.
I can agree with that. It's been too much.
So
I think this one, justified.
Okay, but do you see what I mean by, like,
it's the
news wave. It's what Jaylen's talking about. It's what he's talking about. He thinks that state your source, how can these people say this about me? Yeah, he does, think foul bait. He thinks there's foul baiters, and he thinks Joel Embiid's a great player, but a flopper. He gets on all the officials, right? Yes, he does feel like he talking about value around the league. He goes, yeah, right. Like I'm that guy. It just felt like this week. It felt different this week, guys, I guess is where I'm saying. For you, it's probably just another walk in the park for Jaylen. It sounded like when he brought up analytics, guys. Oh, and I know why he did. I just know that the Celtics like analytics too. Always said he wanted to stay here and has never cracked up, never said the Celtics name. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. Oh, this Jaylen Brown thing. Dude, it ain't going to end. We'll trade some Himmelsbach. We'll do that on the other side here. And I like that Manny comparison that you mentioned to me earlier because, well, maybe they really can come back and everything really can just be fine after. And I did want to do some, what was it after this? Brian Robb had a follow-up, too, on the stuff today regarding the trade to Portland. But let's read some of that Himmelsbach stuff from the Globe here. We got more on the Red Sox who are in action right now and whatever else you guys want to talk about. And we got to get into the Peterka trade as well. In or out on that one. 617-779-0985. I'm Joe Murray here on the Sports Hub. All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Up. You can call in at 617-779-0985. I haven't looked at our chat tonight. Where are all our friends at? Maybe I need to get in here, I guess. All right, who's in here? We got Jack. Jack says, guess you can't tap on your helmet. Why is KP going back to Golden State? Love you, Joe, but Skaz is getting you here to switch takes mid-take. What did I switch, though? I just felt as though that this Jaylen Brown stuff is hasn't been great. Hasn't been great for the organization either, I don't think. It's been a tough I think it's been a tough offseason for the Celtics. Overall, been pretty tough. Ryan wants to let me know that his dog turned 5 today. Thank you. Congratulations to your dog. What else? Oh, right. So this article here, Skaz, why Jaylen Brown will Jaylen Brown be staying or leaving? That's the buzz surrounding the Celtics. And league source said that the Celtics have continued to field calls from teams interested in trading for Brown. A league source said that Brown has grown frustrated with the organization's approach following a season in which he guided the Celtics to 56 wins. Okay, can we pause there for a second? Guys, what would be easier? Keeping Tatum and Brown and firing the manager? Or the coach, excuse me? Or, because, I don't know, how many people want to coach this team? How many people would want to coach Tatum and Brown together?
I would say a lot.
So my thing is, if Brown is frustrated, it says it. If source, I'm stating my source, out of Himmelsbach, Boston Globe.
Well, he didn't state his source, but he did say a league source. So
that's true.
That's not stating your source, Joe.
Sorry. Well, a source to a source. Brown's grown frustrated with the organization's approach.
Can I ask a quick question? League sources said that the Celtics have continued to field calls from teams interested in trading for Brown. Period. A league source said that Brown has grown frustrated with the organization's approach following a season in which he guided the Celtics to 56, blah, blah, blah. You think those are the same source, or do you think those are different sources? One saying, Celtics are fielding calls on Jaylen Brown. Also, he's pretty frustrated with his approach, so, that trade value can't be as high because he's growing frustrated. I wonder if that's one source, and he does say league sources and then says league source. So, well, just interesting that construction of sentences there.
Interesting. I'm not a reporter, Skaz, but
certainly not. No, don't even pretend to be one.
Reporters source both sides.
Supposed to. Some in this town use their DMs for that, but yes, most try to get the stories.
Right. Is he frustrated with the organization's approach? Is that analytics?
I think so. I think that's certainly part of it.
So the team is essentially backing their coach. Or can I ask? I'm going to ask it anyways. I was going to ask if I can ask it, but I'm going to ask it anyways. Do you think Brad Stevens is trying to get value on Jaylen Brown to see if there is one? They tried the Giannis thing. It didn't work. Could the next step be they fire Mazzulla? Where I'm going with this is, you like what the organization has done. You like the coach. You like Brad, right? You like Tatum. So the team needs to make changes. So the easiest thing to do is let's see what you can do with Jaylen Brown because he has an extension coming up. So they've now talked to all the teams around the league, and there's not a trade that works out best after the Giannis failure. So could the next thing truly be, guys, that they fired Joe Mazzulla? They tried to move on from Brown. It didn't work. Do they now fire Mazzulla and have someone else ready to go? If they fire Mazzulla, do they have a next coach, and is it still going to be a three-point philosophy?
Feels like that had to have been decided by now. Joe Mazzulla's here next season, I would have to think.
But if Brown's frustrated, though.
They haven't catered to Jaylen Brown in the past. Why are they going to start now?
But do you think Jalen's right?
I think he certainly has a point, but I would
I do
also
too.
say, Jaylen, you were the guy that was out on the floor last season when they choked and were chucking up threes late in that series. They weren't holding your arms and forcing you to take those shots. You were out there. You could have, played differently as well.
In a way, Skaz, I feel like they've tried to move Jaylen and they couldn't. So maybe the next move is you move on from the coach. I'm not saying it's a hot take. I'm just spitballing. How do you get better? And is your better the approach? And to your point, they don't cater. They've never really catered to Jaylen. But that would go against Jason Tatum, right? Like Tatum likes Mazzulla?
It certainly appears so.
So do you remember when I said earlier Tatum saying nothing looks like he's on that side, even though he's never said anything ever anyways? Maybe the side is the coach. Like maybe the side is they wanted to see if they could move on from Jaylen. And now that it looks like reportedly that they're not going to, could the coach be next? I don't know who the other coaches are out there, guys, that could coach this team, but I'm sure there's a lot of them that would want to. Sources say Brown has grown frustrated with the organization's approach. And he mentions analytics.
Our buddy, Joe, Dan Greenberg, has seen this article.
Greeny!
He has tweeted, basically, to the point we keep talking about, the league sources. He says, do we interpret this as, A, Jaylen never asked out before the Giannis offer and is upset he was offered it all in any trades with any team? B, he was okay with the Giannis trade, top player in the league, but the team still listening to offers now has him upset. What part of the approach is it? I think that's a fair question.
Well, I think I asked this about, do they really want Giannis or do they really want to move on from Jaylen?
And I think that's Jaylen Brown's question as well. And I think it's more than fair. And I think they're wrong to want to move on from Jaylen Brown just to move on from him.
So this is why I'm now we call this a, what was the Red Sox panic shift? What was it, a shift that they were trying to do? I'm trying to think of the word here. Yeah, a panic shift. The next move is the coach. Mark my words. Today's what? June 29th, guys.
It certainly is June 29th.
Joe Murray has read all reports. Joe has read everything to the point that, according to league sources, and none of my sources, but after everything I've read, Joe Murray feels that what's best for the Celtics is Tatum and Brown staying together. And now that they're not going to trade Jaylen, and he's frustrated with the organization's approach, the next thing you do is you fire the guy with the approach. I've seen this before, Skaz. I've seen this. This isn't like a hot take or anything like that. I've seen players try to get moved before, and then when they can't move them, they fire the coach because someone's got to go. July 4th, book it. Joe Mazzulla fired. Book it. I'm not saying it's a hot one, Skaz, but get ready for it. Well, everyone's just going to come back and be happy? Hell no. I think Mazzulla's gone. I think they tried to move on from Jaylen. They didn't. And now they don't. Now they're going to have to fix their approach with Jaylen back. They can't be a 3-point focus team with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. They can't be. They just can't be anymore. It's not going to work. So you fire the coach. And I get you, guys. It's too late, right? Is there any other coaches not out there right now? And like, I'd hate for Tibbs because I feel like he'd hurt them regular. Maybe Tibbs won't even play them in the regular season because, like, Tibbs probably needs to look at things.
We're not doing Tibbs.
Okay,
Joe. I can't do it.
I'm giving you coaches that could be available. My stance. Okay, fine. My stance tonight. If they ain't trading Jaylen, they're firing Mazzulla. And I want you to mark this tape, Skaz. Mark it. And I know people are going to be like, no, Joe, it's too late and it's too late to do it. Nope. Free agency's here. I remember Wick promised fireworks years ago. The best fireworks for the Celtics is Brown and Tatum together. And by the way, new ownership group wants to break up Brown and Tatum. Idiots. Stupid.
If they get rid of Jaylen Brown, number one, it was because of money. And that's an awful, awful look for new ownership who, basically Mike Lombardi, ball washed us into believing that they would, spend money and all they cared about was winning. If your first move is getting rid of Jaylen Brown for draft picks and to save money, you've lied to the people of Boston. I think that's a terrible second act of ownership, the first being gutting an entire championship winning roster. So I would say that's a tough 1-2 punch for the ownership group to gut an entire championship roster and then try and save some money by getting rid of the most recent finals MVP in franchise history for who knows what, but certainly not the return you'd hope for. So yeah, Joe, I think this would be a severe mismanagement by the Boston Celtics if they decide to move on from Jaylen Brown for just about anything.
You heard it here.
Maybe Bill Chisholm's wife can write a new book
called
Pump and Dump.
As my friend Casey Hudson
I'm sorry, Joe. Yeah, what's the
package and deliver.
There you go.
I think Pump and Dump's better.
It rhymes with the title of her first book. I'm trying to keep with the theme.
Hey, did Chad Tracy get tossed after all?
Joe,
someone I tweeted.
Haven't been too locked in.
I tweeted out that I feel like Chad Tracy should have got tossed, and someone goes, "He did, Joe." And now I'm getting people writing to me. Himmelsbach has spoken. We tried to get him on the show tonight, but he must have been busy, I guess.
Greeny is now tweeting that Jaylen Brown is going to be traded no matter what. That's what the feeling
Greeny,
is.
come on. What about my take?
We're losing Greeny.
He's all over the place right now, though. He doesn't know what to believe anymore. No, I'm going to try to think of a scenario where I've seen this before. But you try to play it. You tried to trade the star player, and you can't.
Manny Ramirez.
No, but I'm thinking about when they couldn't trade the guy, so they fired the manager. Because the reason why Cora was gone was because the chicken and beer year. They went to Bobby Valentine, and that was horrible. But I'm I don't know. Like with LeBron, I think they tried to I think that's what happened with Mike Brown after.
Who is the guy there? Local guy. David Blatt?
Oh, David Blatt. Yeah, exactly.
That one didn't go
They
great.
tried to make another move, and it just feels to me like everyone in that chat goes, Joe, they're not firing Mazzulla. They're not firing Mazzulla. Brad wants to get better, right? He promised the team to get better. They needed to be a new team.
That's what he told us.
You can't not trade Jaylen and be a different team.
So we can't trust ownership or Brad Stevens now is what we're finding out?
I listen, Brad's done enough for us to I think he might have bungled this a little bit.
That was his offseason last year. Chris Boucher, Xavier Tillman.
Not good. He's playing overseas now.
Yeah, that's good.
Who else?
Josh Minot.
Oh, yeah. $9 million today. You know what, Skez?
They really built around Jaylen Brown. That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling you, dude.
Back-to-back off seasons, porking Jaylen Brown. That's how he feels.
Back-to-back off seasons where you can question Mazzulla being back too.
Sure, absolutely.
I got my spidey senses, not the sniffer. Because the sniffer will the sniffer needs some scent, you know. This one now, if you can't trade Jaylen Brown, you got to look at the coach. He's got to do something. And you know what? If they chose Jaylen over the coach, this town would support it, don't you think? What do you think the reaction would be if Hey, guys, we've moved on from, we've relieved Joe Mazzulla of his duties, and we're going to keep Tatum and Brown together. Wee-hee! Sam Cassell will be taking over. Will anybody say anything? Would anybody be like, nah, Mazzulla, they let him go too early, kid?
Maybe some people in Providence, Rhode Islanders.
80-20, yes.
Sure.
70-30, yes.
Way more than 50-50, yes.
They wanted to trade their second best player, Skaz, and nobody wants him. And they've made him feel like he's nothing. And now he's pissed at everybody. And now he's bringing up analytics. And now it's AI basketball. And everyone's a foul baiter. Move on from the coach. Move on from the coach. It's your way out. It's your way out. You move on from the coach. We know that you mean business about a change. Because you've already bungled it. Brad Stevens. Maybe we should look into that the few off-season Skaz. How long has he been here now, Brad? When did Danny Ainge leave? 01? I can't even remember anymore. Now I need to look into Brad's off seasons. Let's take a break. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
Did you see all the answers? I did okay.
I heard you did pretty good, Joe.
Did you do okay?
I did not. I heard the behind the scenes of this one too much, so I could not participate. Would have had an unfair advantage.
It was difficult, I would say.
That seemed pretty creative.
But I went 11-13. Joe Math. Ooh, Joe Math, 11 of 13. Goes in the 13 once. That one, I don't want to do the math on that one. So you get your 13 divided by 11, guys, right? Well, it'll be the other way. What's 11-0? Okay. Joe Math. 11-13. Okay, so 100%. So if we go into 15, 16, 15.5, so 85%. Right? Because 15 times 11. Yes. Or would it be 84.6? Anyways, I got it. I did all right, and I shared it out there. Skaz, I'm going to double down on my take. If you can't trade Jaylen Brown to get something better, and you can't have a resolution for Jaylen Brown, you fire the coach. I think it would be supported. I think it would show that Brad Stevens meant business about change. And it also would prove that they're backing the player over the coach, over the analytics. In most cases, if somebody isn't a part of what the team wants to do, they move on from them. So remember, if Joe Mazzulla gets canned, I want you to remember tonight that I said this. And I'm going to start thinking of other examples that this has happened, but I've seen it everywhere. How about Tibbs? Right? Wasn't there talks about potentially trading? Maybe Karl Anthony Towns might not work out, and then boom, they fired Tibbs. Wasn't that like a talking point? They were like, yeah, he's too soft. He's not going to be able. Then they fire him, and they fired Tibbs. It worked out for them. How long was Daniel there with Oklahoma City before he won? Was he there a couple of years? And then if you think about all the last few winners, right? Were they all there? Was there like a coaching change in between? So like this year there was a coaching change.
2020 he was hired, Dagnall.
So and he won in 24 or 5.
He was an assistant. He was hired as an assistant in 2016. He was made the head coach in 2020.
But it was a young team, right? So there's probably no but when Mazzulla won, there was a coaching move, right? Or within the last years. Was Mike Malone there for a while before he won? Trying to think of who else has won during this this run here.
So he was hired in 2015. The Nuggets won the title in 2023. That's a while. I mean,
yeah.
Ish.
I was trying to think of coaching moves that impacted in winning. I guess that I was reaching on that one. Wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Bob's in Lawrence. Bob.
Hey, Joe. What's up, man?
How you doing, bud?
The entire morning show is out next week. You, by any chance, going to be in?
Yes, I am in. I am in this Friday with Jay Stu, 6 to 10 a.m.
That's a great combination right there.
And then next week, what is next week? God, it's the week after the 4th, right? Yeah, I'm on Monday. I'm on Monday, Tuesday, Friday next week mornings.
Glad to hear it, man. I'll be listening. So, 2013, the Bruins lose to the Blackhawks. Everybody blamed it on Sagan. Now, Tyler Sagan was terrible in the playoffs, no doubt that year, and there was some off-the-ice stuff going on with him as well. Some of his teammates didn't like him. In Felger's words, they traded a thoroughbred for a couple of ponies. So they got Louis Eriksson and a couple other stiffs in return, and the Bruins really went in the toilet for a few years. And the same exact thing is going to happen to the Celtics. I don't care what way you spin it. You trade a guy like Jaylen Brown. Yes, he's not perfect. Yes, there's some off-the-court things, but it's not going to work out.
Well, I just think the way to handle this, Bob, right? I think it's been bungled. You fire the coach.
I agree.
Because it shows you care about the player more than the philosophy. Maybe you can keep the same philosophy, but have the manager, the coach, or whatever, maybe just do it a little bit differently. But I feel like that could save it. Bringing Mazzulla back's questionable to begin with, and I know that they probably should have done it already, but I think they tried to see if there was something out there for Jaylen Brown, and it's not there. So the next thing you do, you go to the coach. That would be, Bob, that's what I think, and I think a lot of people would be behind it.
I would be. I can't stand Mazzulla. I can't stand his approach.
Yeah. All right, Bob. No card show this week. I saw 1 million people this weekend.
Dude, I'll be down in the fall. I always make one go down the once. Yeah, actually, Joe, I meant to ask you real quick. Do you appraise cards at all? Is that something you do?
I don't, but I can say if you go to that place in Woburn, I got a guy, Scott, that I can connect you with.
Because I got a bunch of, I don't really collect cards anymore, but like I have a lot of autograph cards. Are those worth anything?
Absolutely, yeah. The autographs alone are worth money.
Back when you could send out a card out to a player and it'd send it back to you without charging you for it, late 80s.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them.
Yeah,
I might go check that place out.
Yeah, you can get it JSA certified too for like $15.
Nice, man.
All right, buddy.
Have a good one.
To you. Later, man. Talking cards, kid. I was at the Northeast Card Expo this weekend. 3 days, guys. The only issue, guys, I think I'm down 10 pounds. It was very hot. Street Team Joe came and left quickly because it was too hot. Jake came by. He did some video for me. We did Snack or Pass. Did you see that?
I saw some of that, Joe.
We went to the snack bar and we did a Snack or Pass. And there was only one thing that beat the hot dog for me. Do you know what it was?
I do not.
The slush puppy.
No, of course. Silly me.
Better than a burger, better than a corn dog, better than popcorn. The hot dog better than them all.
I mean, slush puppy, on a hot day, you're stuck inside. You need that. You're sweating.
Dude, so what happened? Tell me if this isn't like a Joe thought. I was so hot, I drank a slush fast and got brain freeze. Wicked headache, right? But my brain felt cold. Therefore, I think it was making me feel not hot.
It's kind of worth it, you're saying?
Yeah, my brain hurt so bad from getting a brain freeze that it almost maybe didn't feel hot anymore. Because my brain thought it was cold, not hot. But it was extremely hot. My dollar bills were wet. Pete's in Pembroke. Pete.
Hey, Joe. How are you?
Hey.
Quick question for you. So I heard you talking cards, and me and my buddy actually had a poll this weekend, and I was wondering if you had any pricing, if you could help me out because I've never been in this position. It was a top signature, 1/1 Donovan Mitchell. So I asked Cardvolt how much they'd want for, give me for it. They said $150. My friend thinks it's worth at least 4 figures. You ever been in that position or have any kind of,
Just remember, dude, when you go somewhere, they need to buy it at a price because they need to make some money off it. And not to mention, it's a 1/1. Is it graded?
No.
So then
Raw, I just pulled it.
Yeah, so then it's worth like $200, but you got to grade it. Yeah, it's worth more if you grade it.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, you got to send it up to like PSA or Beckett or something like that. It'll be worth more money. You're better off selling it though. I mean, if you could take it's Donovan Mitchell, right? Like
nothing that crazy. He's a vet. Yeah, that's why I want to get rid of it pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's probably worth a couple of hundred. And I love the guys at Card Vault, and I can, but just remember they got to buy it shorter than maybe what it's worth because they have to retail it.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Well, hey, I appreciate your insight.
Yeah, I'm happy to. I do shows. If you look at my schedule, I'm happy to look at it sometime.
Yeah, maybe I'll come see you up at Flippin'.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'll be on the 11th.
Perfect. All right, maybe I'll be up there then.
Thanks, dude. Later.
All right, catch you later. Bye.
Yeah. Cards, kid. Guys, maybe we can be like, Red and Andy. We can start our own little while we do a radio show. We have our own little card section where people come and get their cards appraised. In between the breaks, we're looking at cards.
Feels like we may be a little late to the market there, Joe.
Yeah, but while we do the radio show. And it's going to be like, hey, man, during the break, man, we got this Jordan 1-of-1 Fleer from 1984. Anybody want it? 617-779-0985.
Doing what, like that QVC or something, basically?
Tell me that ain't the best idea.
I mean, it basically does exist, you know.
Yeah, when I was a kid, there was this guy that used to be like, we got the latest Griffey from 1989. Just remember this card imagine this card when he retires and goes to the Hall of Fame. It's going to be worth millions.
And now every Griffey's worth like 35 cents because there's a million of them.
I sold a Griffey rookie card this weekend. It was the second one. I sold it for $15. I told you my Mo Vaughn rated rookie card that I had was worth 24 cents. Couldn't believe that when I looked it up. Anyways, Boston Globe Sports. Will Jaylen Brown be staying or leaving? And the buzz, and a league source says the Celtics have continued to field calls. But Jaylen Brown frustrated with the organization's approach following a season where Jason Tatum was sidelined for months. They had to throw that one in there too, huh? How about he's just frustrated? Someone told me to have another Twinkie on my, I'm a fat guy, but like I don't eat Twinkies. Why is that always the fat guy joke? Eat a Twinkie? Why? Like, why is that? Is that supposed to be hurtful? I don't understand. Well, you know what I do understand? In or out. I'm out on that guy. Foggy63. FOGGY631. Go give him crap for calling me fat. We're going to do in or out next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
What's it going to be, McFly? Are you in or out?
More Joe Murray coming up on The Sports Hub.
RBI in this one as well. 6-3, bottom of the 7th inning at FIFA World Cup. Germany loses to Paraguay in sudden death kicks, so Paraguay moves on. Brazil 2-1 winners over Japan, and Netherlands and Morocco right now underway in the 6th minute. And trades galore in the NBA today. The big one, Ja Morant going from the Grizzlies to the Blazers in exchange for Jeremy Grant and others. And, well, the latest on Jaylen Brown, according to the Boston Globe. They're still taking calls on Brown as he has grown frustrated with the team's approach. Headlines, they are brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Watch the world's biggest matchups with 98.5 The Sports Hub. Details at 98.5thesportshub.com. Presented by Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup. I'm Joe Murray.
This is what happens when analysts take over the game, take over the sport.
This is where you talk sports.
It happens all the time.
The Sports Hub.
Are you in or out? Gotta know without a doubt. I'm the one you need for a dirty deed. I'm the best. Success is
Not me, Joe.
He rage baits me all the time.
I would never do such a thing.
Should I wait for Street Team Joe to come in some night to tell you about our night on Saturday?
Yes, yeah. I think we need the full, we need
Guess who gave me a ride home on Saturday night?
Street Team Joe?
Street Team.
Really?
I was going to guess Mr. Street Team Joe.
He was not there.
Oh.
I don't want to, so I'd rather
we'll have to wait.
I'd rather him be here.
Yes, of course. But
it was a good night. I had fun.
Happy to hear that, Joe.
All right. You want to play in or out with us, Riley?
Sure.
Let's go.
All right.
See what we got here.
In or out, Monday, June 29th. We've been doing a lot of NBA talk tonight. Why not stay there? Old friend Marcus Smart is available. Are we in or out on the return of one Marcus Smart to the Celtics?
I'm out.
I really want to say in because I like Marcus Smart, but educationally, no. If I were to actually go into it and think about it, no. But my heart wants to say yes.
Ron Harper Jr. or Marcus Smart?
Ronnie Harper.
No, for real, answer it.
Ron Harper. He's younger.
Yeah.
Marcus is old, and he's on the back now.
Ugo Gonzalez or Marcus Smart?
Oh, Ugo, come on.
Right?
Yeah,
he's the next Havlicek, I heard someone say earlier today.
I actually think Smart would be good on the Spurs.
Send him to the Warriors with all those other old guys. I'm going to go run around with Steph.
I think he could help the Spurs, maybe the Pacers.
The Spurs could use some guys that could hit shots, though. That's where I would push back on that.
Like the Pacers, I feel like could use him because, they're going to have they probably need a backup point guard in case Halliburton's not right. Is Smart a guy that could fill the role at least? I don't think Smart's a bum. I just don't want him here. The problem with him here was he thought he was part of the big three. That was his problem. Next.
I've received a text from Street Team Joe saying,
"Oh boy,
Skaz rage baits me every day."
Is it funny? After you said no, I went straight to Street Team Joe.
Yes. I don't know what he's talking about, but something I think we can all get in on. The Sopranos is getting a 4K remaster. It'll be released in December of 2026. It will be a 28-disc box set, and it will sell for $150. Are we in or out on a 4K remaster of The Sopranos?
I'm in. You ever watch Sopranos?
No, but me and my mom talked about it in the car a few weeks ago, and she said the ending is one of the most controversial endings in TV history, right? Am I right on that?
Yeah, but the ending doesn't make the show.
Oh, that's what she talked about. But I've never
it's
seen
true. It was one of the most. It still is one of the most controversial endings in history. It's about a guy that's a mob boss.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's about a guy that is a father in a family.
Not a mob boss?
Who is the mob boss?
Okay.
But it's about a father and his family. And they have an organized crime family. And, well, there's a lot of organized crime. And there's a lot of family stuff, wouldn't you say, Skez?
You could certainly say that, Joe. I think that's more than fair to say.
And there's, New Jersey, New York.
Some deli meats.
Oh yeah. Satriel's is the name of the meat place. The Bada Bing.
The Bada Bing. Why is that?
You don't know what the Bada Bing is?
No.
I think you should watch it and maybe do a weekly report.
Of The Sopranos? Is it worth my while? Like, is
I mean, yeah.
Meh.
Is it worth your while? I don't know if it's worth your while, but it's worth the while.
Okay. If I have time.
I don't know. Maybe we can find something else you can report on. But The Sopranos is... I also don't want to be like the influence of you watching that, because then, who knows, you could be talking different. And,
Riley Berry, she comes in here with different accents all the time.
Yeah, where were you this weekend?
She has no idea. She doesn't know. I asked her what she did this weekend. It took her about 45 minutes to figure it out.
So what did you do this weekend?
Oh, no. I'm on the spot again. I know what I did yesterday. Yesterday, I went out to dinner with my grandparents at Tailgate Tavern in Stratham. It's really good. And before that, I worked for 4 hours. I belayed for 4 hours at my summer camp. And then Saturday is when I totally went blank and I could not remember what I did. But I'm pretty sure I went to a cookout at my other grandparents' house. And then before that, I think I just went in the pool for a while.
What'd you eat?
Burgers both days. Sweet potato fries too. Sweet potato fries over French fries.
How do you eat your burger? Medium?
Okay, this is my exact burger order. Ready? Medium rare with American cheese and extra pickles. That's it. And a bun.
No ketchup.
Thanks for including the bun.
Some people, when you don't say a bun, they'll actually think you just don't eat it with a bun. I've had people say that before. Have you never had that happen before?
I've never had to specify on a bun at a restaurant before.
Sometimes like a bulky roll.
What's a
bulky roll's not bad.
Bulky roll?
What's a bulky roll?
You ever go to the deli and there's rolls that you can get out of the thing?
Like a one that you would put butter on? Like a roll?
No, it's like a sandwich roll.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm lost.
Do you ever get like a ham and cheese on a bulky roll?
No.
Do you ever eat a ham and cheese sandwich?
I've never. Skaz is showing me this right now. Never seen it in my life.
Never had a bulky roll.
Really? I've never seen that before. Is that like a New England thing?
One of the more common shapes of bread you can possibly have. I would say I see them at Market Basket every time I walk into Market Basket.
I go with the Kelly's bulky roll.
Of course, that's what Google shows up when you Google bulky roll.
Have you ever had a pretzel bun? Life changing.
Yes.
Life changing.
So I like pretzel buns, but sometimes the pretzel takes away from the food.
Oh, I disagree. I think my life goal is to try a Wendy's Baconator with a pretzel bun. That sounds so good. Yeah.
Wendy's Baconators?
I've never had one before. They look good.
I've had the son of a Baconator and the father of a Baconator.
Oh.
So I've actually ate the whole family. Next.
All right, let's see. World Cup is in the news now. South Korea eliminated. They did not advance from Group A. This from NBC News. South Korea President Lee Jae-myung calls for an investigation into the country's poor World Cup showing. Despite earning 3 points in 3 matches, are we in or out on a country calling for a president of a country, I should say, calling for an investigation into their poor World Cup showing?
In. Come on, these guys. I'm not. Well, in 1994, one of the players on Brazil kicked the ball in his own net, and it didn't work out for him. And it was a very sad situation. You ever saw the Rocky movies, or have you ever seen? Okay,
I know what it is though. Isn't he like a boxer or something?
He is.
There you go. I clocked that one.
That's pretty good. Knows he's a boxer.
Do you remember when he fought Drago?
Of course.
Who was Drago fighting for?
That would be Russia, I believe.
And like the
Cold War, Joe?
President of Russia?
Sure.
Was in the stands.
Yeah.
Watching.
I think.
And I feel like, wasn't Putin, isn't Russia not allowed in the Olympics or something?
I
know. We don't do politics here. All I'm trying to say is this political? Is this now political?
No, I think it's more just like kind of fun.
You know what? If I'm the damn president and Team USA doesn't make it to the round of 16, I'm investigating it.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's fine. Why not? What the hell are we spending all this money for? I think that's fine.
Riley?
I'll just go along with the train and say in, too. Sure, let's do it. Let's shake things up.
All right. Another podcast. I'm sorry. ESPN Radio is welcoming back the Golics. Mike Golick Sr. and Mike Golick Jr. are returning to host the Golics. Are we in or out on the return of the Golics?
I don't know them. Everything I've heard is they're good dudes. I know people that have worked on their show. From everything I gather, Skaz, good people to work for. So I'm in. Will I go to watch the Golics? No. The Golics are probably going to have to show up on my feed.
Yeah, I just looked them up. They look like two nice, giddy guys. Hopefully, they have a good talk show. So
Have you ever heard of the show called Mike and Mike?
No. I'll look it up. Hold on.
It's Michael Felger and Michael Hawley.
No. No,
don't. Because I know those people.
Don't tell her that.
It used to be Mike Greenberg, Felger's idol, and Mike Golick.
They were a morning show that was on for probably 25 years.
Certainly felt that way. Very bland. Not controversial in any way.
Yeah,
like a fish tank in the background.
And they were on
almost.
for 25 years?
Yes.
They were fine. They were fine.
Perfect way to describe them, Joe. They were just fine.
They were fine. They were good background music. They weren't controversial. They had good guests.
Oh.
Greeny ended up getting a show on Channel 5, right? And Golick's now working with his kid. One actually played sports and the other one didn't. And the other one's son played at Notre Dame.
No idea.
That's all I got. Next.
All right, let's see. Where to now? Sure. College football. You mentioned Notre Dame. Brian Kelly was announced last week that he will be in the booth for some college football games this upcoming season. Are we in or out on local guy Brian Kelly in the booth?
With or without the Southern accent?
Well, I think that's a great question, Joe. Depends on where the game is, I think.
Brian Kelly from Chelsea, Massachusetts. Is that correct?
Sounds correct.
Everett, Massachusetts.
Oh, Everett, Mass. Okay, thank you. And I believe was the coach at UNH, New Hampshire.
Hold on, I'm looking.
If I'm not mistaken.
He's coached at Assumption, Grand Valley State, Central Michigan, Cincinnati, Notre Dame, and LSU.
Okay, so Assumption and Worcester.
There you go.
So from Everett to Assumption. And when he was at LSU, he spoke with a Southern accent.
He tried.
So is he going to be Brian Kelly, the analyst? Hey, you know what? Two guys, Brian Kelly and Bill Belichick, both have kind of fallen, huh? Somehow Belichick has a job in college football, but Brian Kelly doesn't. That's weird. That's weird.
It's not like Brian Kelly's done great at his recent stops.
Where do you think he'd be good next? Honestly, Boston College.
Far away from a football field.
What do you think? We're not doing football season yet. By the way, I told you you guys are Fitzy, right? From used to work on the radio station. The other guys.
I don't know him, but I've heard the name.
I was with him this weekend. I saw him at the card show. Maybe I've told you this before, but there's a sub shop in the Cape that we go to called Banderas. Shout out to Dolly. And when I went in there, they were like, "You just missed Bill O'Brien." He was coach of the Patriots at the time, or offensive coordinator. And that was when I called him suspect. Do you remember that?
Of course.
And, well, Fitzy lives next to Bill O'Brien. And I have just missed Bill O'Brien multiple times. But he is aware of the suspect. And I still think he's suspect.
Yeah, BC, interesting stuff going on over there.
Did you see that this weekend, huh?
Yeah, something.
One of their assistant coaches got a DUI.
Is that what that was?
Happens to be the son of the New England of a football coach.
I don't think it was this weekend, Joe.
Oh no, it happened. Yes, it got announced this weekend.
Yeah, I think it was quite a while ago. Actually, didn't hear anybody mention?
Kind of went under the radar.
Yeah,
there.
Weird how nobody talked about that. I wonder if that was another athlete or coach's son. If that gets brought up more. Near 10-2 today. It all mentioned that one. I don't think, even though I think
they were getting deep into that one today because Nozo.
Yes, yeah. I was waiting for his golf to call him next week.
I got to tell you, speaking of this, man, topic for another day. This ESPN New York Times Rossini thing. They seem like this. I feel like there's been tampering, guys.
What's going on with this Matt Miller situation as well? You see any of that? I don't really understand that one.
I think the NFL doesn't want any of this to come out, and let's just say some people aren't talking about things right now.
Yeah, see, Adam Schefter seems to be.
Did you know that he had a thing with, like, a gambling thing? Not in a negative way. I mean, like him and he's a partner with Robert
did
Kraft.
See that. That was news to me, I will say.
That guy Tony, whatever his name is,
he needs a hobby. That guy.
He's like worse than when Hurley was on Roger Goodell stuff.
Incessant, I think.
But I will say though, he actually has undercovered some stuff though. There may have been tampering when it came to the Patriots and receiving.
No,
that scares me. You know that, and it's funny because when Schefter was asked about it, his tone really changed.
Almost like he knows something.
Because we can't do it as a segment because we're sourcing a non-source of a source of a source. A source
we know
is a source.
nothing.
A source is a source, of course, right?
I'm happy to know nothing, but wildly speculate.
But that guy, if you want to just follow his Instagram or whatever it is, his Twitter, because Riley's on Twitter now. And you can follow him. What's his name? Tony what? Something.
Farmer, I believe.
Tony Farmer. That guy. In a way, maybe he does need a hobby.
Tough off season for the Ravens, I'd say.
Feel bad. Do I?
Seems pretty self-inflicted, I would say. No? Any of it been not self-inflicted?
The one I saw today was the Morgan Moses tweet about him, going to retire or they want to bury this thing so bad.
They're trying.
Next.
All right, let's see here.
How do you follow up with that?
Yeah. We'll do a little World Cup, Joe. Next, the FIFA Women's World Cup will now be on Netflix going forward. Are we in or out on the Women's World Cup on Netflix?
I'm out. You know why? I'd watch if it was on regular TV. I don't like... Okay, when I go to my Netflix, it takes me out of my cable and goes to... so I have to get out of cable, and then I get the Netflix, boom, that thing, and then the little wheel of death pops up, and then you got to find it. But if I want to flick channels, I got to then get out of Netflix and wait for it. And I'm out on that. Out. I'm not trying to go all crazy on you.
I 100% agree. From the first time that Netflix had a live sporting event and it crashed and it failed, wasn't it? Like the
Mike Tyson fight.
The Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight. Ever since then, almost every sporting event they've had, there's been something wrong. And I just don't think that Netflix is a company that should be putting their hat in the ring for live sporting events. Leave that to the other companies. You're good at movies. You're good at TV shows on demand. Get away from sports. I 100% agree. I'm out on that.
It's not good for the consumer. Skaz, you mentioned the South Korea incident?
Yes.
They arrived to their airplane just a little within the last hour. The head coach is Hung Myung-bo. The large crowd that was there was chanting Hung Myung-bo out while banging drums and yelling insults at him.
That's tough. It's not what you want to see. I believe it was Uruguay. They canceled their flight back to the country, so they all had to get their own tickets and fly economy. These teams, these countries, I should say, for people that think sports are serious here, it's a different kind of thing, this World Cup. Not that that's really news, but maybe for some.
I'm telling you, man, that 1994 one, whew, literally lives at stake. Did I just threw something in Slack? Tell me if that's our buddy Michael Raimondi at Boston Stadium today. I don't know if you watched that video. Is that him? The live TV is fantastic. Is that Michael Raimondi?
I don't see it. Oh, yeah, that's Michael at the end there.
You want keep watching.
That's him.
Watch all the guys behind him. Should I share it? I shouldn't share it because I can't listen to it, so I don't know.
You don't know what's going on there, but yes, visually.
But Michael Raimondi's outside of Boston Stadium. He can't hear anything. Then they go to him. He's looking around. He's smiling. Is that Mark Ockerbloom? I don't know who that guy is. I don't know anybody anymore. And then all the guys are running up behind Raimondi. I love this. What else do we have, Skaz? Anything else tonight?
Here we go, Joe. This tweeted out by one Triple H 27 minutes ago. A main event 14 years in the making. The stakes can't be any higher. The prize any more valuable for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. It is Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Are we in?
In. I would say right now Seth Rollins is the best wrestler in Shield. And just remember, Roman lost the title to Cody because he lost his focus on Cody because of who?
Seth.
Seth came with the chair playing the, you remember this. He played the...
He was fake hurt, right? Wasn't he?
No, that was before. This was WrestleMania 2 years ago.
Joe, how can I keep track?
Well, no, the fake hurt one was this year.
Okay.
But yeah, he came in with a chair and Roman got him, but it actually slowed. It helped Cody because The Rock came out next. And then The Rock came in and did his thing. And then when the lights went out, who was there? The Undertaker. Chokeslammed The Rock. And then Cody pinned Roman and won the championship. So just remember, Seth has always been an issue for Roman.
Whose
title
side
for title?
is Paul Heyman on this one?
Whose side is he on?
What about who's the redheaded fella? Isn't he usually helping one of these guys out?
Redheaded fella?
He might not be a redhead, but he was like, wasn't he? He was like part of Roman Reigns' group, and then he.
Oh, Sami Zayn, he's the champ now. He beat Cody over the weekend. Can you believe that?
I cannot.
I didn't see it, so it didn't
know
happen.
His name, yeah.
Sami Zayn, yeah. Remember he was in an Usos?
Yeah, that's right. He's
the part of the bloodline now.
Guy's a chameleon.
Yeah, he actually won the championship this weekend. I'm shocked. We lost Riley. No, I'm kidding.
Wrestling talk.
We're talking about wrestling, so we've lost her. Yeah. Seth versus Roman in. I wonder if we'll get any. I don't know what Dean Ambrose's contract status is with AEW, but imagine if you got a Dean Ambrose interference and the Shield is back. No.
Joe, I don't know anything about Dean Ambrose or the Shield.
I also do not know anything about that.
Are we familiar with WhatsApp?
Yes.
I am familiar with it, but I've never used it.
I texted Aurora on it today on accident. She sent me her phone number and it sent me to WhatsApp.
WhatsApp is introducing usernames as an alternative to sharing your phone number inside the app. So you could just share your username as opposed to your actual phone number. Are we in or out?
Ooh.
So, guys, I don't know anything about this, but what I do know is there are people who communicate via WhatsApp because they don't have to share their actual phone numbers. So
I think it's like internationally too, right? It's like a big thing.
That's another thing you can actually, yeah, and I think it's savings. Yeah, savings on money. I also think people use it in a way to be sneaky, Skaz.
That's what I was gonna say.
And it can be deceptive. And,
I don't know anything about WhatsApp.
No, So I only know about. I've never used it in my life, but sometimes when you, like, for example,
isn't it just a messaging app?
I shouldn't be giving my phone number to listeners, right?
Joe, I would say you've had hit or miss experiences with that.
I should probably give them my WhatsApp number.
That would okay. Now I can see that
because it would be able for them to contact me, but it's not my actual number.
And only if you're looking at the app or whatever it is.
So that's really kind of. I've never used it. Obviously, Riley, our expert, has. What does it do?
It's exactly like iMessages, but but it's more of like it's like a mix between iMessage and like social media. Like if you would think of Snapchat, but without the photo and video feature. But there's like multiple buttons you can click at the bottom to different sections of the app that you can go in. And I just think that'd be weird if you don't share your phone number on it. Because like you said, sneaky. People could like make fake personas. And
you could be harassed by people.
Yeah, that's
too.
what I'm saying. But
So anyways, I'm out.
I'm also out.
I'm out. I'm just going to give, well, I could just, you know what, I was, actually, people asked me this weekend for my number at the card show, and I just said, hey, I have a mailing list over here if you want to add to my mailing list. And some guy goes, you don't want to give me your number? And I said, no, I don't know you.
Do you go around giving out your phone number to random people?
want
Yeah,
to.
of course. What an odd thing.
I have given it out on the air before, though.
Yes, you did.
And
Joe.
on Twitter.
Did you have to get a new phone?
No, just I think everyone
I
just
dumped
may
it,
have
I
just,
think, yeah.
maybe that's what it was. Don't call me. Next.
Sure. I've seen a bit of a press tour from old Davey Page Views, a friend of the station. Dave Portnoy has a book coming out, I believe, tomorrow called Cancel Me If You Can. Are we in or out on Dave Portnoy's book on the history of Barstool Sports?
You know, I'm kind of in on it. I'm 44 years old. Like, I don't know. Barstool's been in my life since probably the last 25 years. Is that how long they've been around? Let's see. I started at 1510 in 07. They had a show. So have they been going since 2000? And what? It started as a print newspaper?
2003.
Okay.
It was like a pamphlet almost.
Yeah, and it was like almost, I don't want to call it the Boston Metro you could get for free on the train, but I feel like there were people who woke up early and just kind of threw it on the train, or you'd see it if you took the train. You know, it went from the pan flip to they did a radio show that failed. Well, I don't want to say it failed. They couldn't do a radio show because of FCC.
That's why eventually they were on Sirius, I believe.
Exactly. Yeah. And like I said, I've actually never met Dave. We've talked, but I've never met him.
I think he was on Felger Maz a couple times, I think, when I was on the street team, and I might have been down there. But no, yeah.
Yeah, and I know
I
him.
think it's interesting. Why not? Everyone's got a book. I mean.
Yeah, no, dude, listen, they started their business off T-shirts. Let's just be honest. They had a website. They had girls from colleges, right? They had, what I mean by it is they had support from schools, right? Whether it was girls, whether it was bartenders, whether it was athletes, whether it was stories. They have a tips line, and they sold T-shirts. And how they made their money was T-shirts. It's a great story. And I'm sure there's love lost. There's a lot in there. I would probably read it. I don't think Dave has much to hide, dude. Right? I mean, he's a huge figure. I did a. Maybe we can have Riley do this as an exercise for herself. But we did a exercise on Boston's Enter the Chat, top 5 most influential people in Boston, and I had Dave Portnoy on my list.
I would say so. He's pretty influential, and I love his pizza reviews. I feel like that obviously that's his big thing, and I feel like his book would also be interesting. So
maybe you could do that some night.
Yeah.
You're a top 5 most influential.
Want to know my favorite book, or one of my favorites?
Hey, was this a thing we did with Street Team Joe?
He didn't really have any favorite books.
Were you here for this? Is that why you're bringing it up?
No, I think
this
Derek
is just organic.
I think Derek was in that. No.
Oh, Derek. Okay. What's your favorite book?
One of my favorite books is I think it's an autobiography, but it was the autobiography of Bill Belichick. Surprisingly,
Education of a Coach.
Is autobiography the one that he wrote? Or
no, David Halberstam wrote a book about his father, which was about Tom, which is about Bill Belichick.
The Art of Winning was one of Belichick's books.
But
I'm trying to find the one that
The
I read.
Education of a Coach was the best one I read. Patriot Reign was awesome too, with Michael Hawley.
The one that I read was just called Belichick, and it's by Ian O'Connor.
Yeah, Ian O'Connor.
I
Yeah.
really enjoyed reading it. It was really good.
We had it here. I think it's here.
It's
I highly recommend.
We have a couple of books. We have the other one from Gary Myers, whatever that's called. And then what was the one that came out 2 years ago from the guy that breaks all the pass? He used to always have the juice on the craft. Belichick.
Was that Gary Myers?
No, not before him. Seth Wickersham.
Yes. Yeah.
He had all the juice. Easy to contact. You know that? I've had him on. Should we just start having football guys on now for this?
A little early. Let's wait till free agency. Free agency starts tomorrow, Joe. Let's say, hold on.
Red Sox win. We'll tell you all about that coming up next. Or we got any more? I just was kind of.
We're good, Joe. I think.
Yeah, we can do more tomorrow.
Yeah.
Red Sox have won 5 in a row, everybody. We'll tell you about that next here on 98.5 The Sportsman.
Don't go anywhere.
They've won 5 in a row. They're now 9 games under 500. Ranger Suarez, once again, quality start, 6 innings, 8 strikeouts. I believe that's now 7 in a row or 8 in a row for quality starts. Wilson Contreras went deep. Caleb Durbin went deep. Wilson Contreras got tossed, too. The stories they're pitching, the stories that they're winning at home, I think also the story is it too late? I really hope that whatever they're doing right now doesn't change their focus on trying to make the team better for the future. I understand the numbers probably have proven when it comes to run differential that they're a better team than what we've seen. I think we're seeing it right now. They are playing Washington, who's bad. I will say that the Yankees were without a couple of their big bats and have been hurting, but they are one of the best teams in the American League East, in the American League for that matter. But as far as what the direction should be for the Red Sox, it should be moving on from Sonny Gray. I would start there. Sonny Gray is a really good pitcher and a guy that has always been hyped throughout his entire career. And he's been an excellent addition, and Craig Breslow deserves all the credit for that. But I think he's pitching this well because he wants to get out of here, and he's open to it. I think he's open to it. So you're seeing a good performance from him because, well, it's a shot for him to get out of here and make some money maybe elsewhere. Ranger Suarez has just been solid all year, right? Tolley, saw what he did the other night. Connolly Early was really good. And this kid Bennett's been real good. They're doing this without Brian Bayo. Are you noticing something here? No Brian Bayo, no Roman Anthony, no Marcelo Meyer. They're winning without them. 3 guys, 2 of the 3 got extensions. 1 was a first-round pick. They're winning games without Roman, without Marcelo Meyer, and without Brian Bayo. Is there a coincidence to that? Is there a coincidence? I think so. I don't know how long this team can win with Anthony Siegler playing the way that he is. And I know I kind of called him Bob Seeger a couple of times, but he's batting .361 since he's come up. He's 13 for 35. Like, this guy was a first-round pick. He's been good. Caleb Durbin has his average up to .231. Like, Ceddanne Rafaela, another 2 hits tonight. Yoshida gets into the game. He has a hit. They score 6 runs. They win. I'm glad they're playing good ball. I'm glad. I want to see good games. But am I a believer? And now, should I look at this team and say they're 4 games back and they should go for it? No. No. Sean's in Marlboro. Hey, Sean.
Sean.
Yeah.
I was going to call the other night. You were off. I was going to call, and after the Sox they should have got swept by the Rockies. And I was going to apologize and say, you know what? You were kind of almost right with this team, and then they swept the Yankees. Even though the Yankees didn't have a couple players, I almost apologize for this team. I don't know it's almost like they're just screwing themselves because they just swept the Yankees for absolutely no reason. I don't get what's going on with this team, but love you, buddy. Bye.
Thank you, Sean. Well, I hope it's... I don't know. What's Justin got to say about it? Justin?
Joe, what's up? What's up? I just want to tell you, if I'm going to fully believe in this team, they won 5 in a row. But if I'm going to fully believe, they're going to do it over the next couple weeks because if not, this winning streak is for naught. If they don't do it over the next couple weeks, I just wanted your thoughts.
Well, I guess my thought is you're 9 games under 500 right now, right? You win tomorrow, now you're 8 games. Can you sweep 7? I've been doing this for weeks. I've been thinking about the schedule ahead, and I'm not biting the cheese. I'm telling you that right now. All right, Scaz, let's play the game. I know how you feel already. Okay. Tomorrow you have Washington again, who stinks. You win tomorrow, you're 8 games under 500, Scaz, and you're 3 games out of a wild card. If you win on Friday, which is if you win on Wednesday, 1:00 game, that would be 7 in a row and 7 games under 500, and they'd be 2.5 games out of between 2 and 3 games out of a wild card spot. They have a day off on Thursday. They begin a 9-game road trip. The way that they're playing right now, should they win 2 out of 3 in Los Angeles against the Angels?
Sure, why not?
So now they're 6 games under 500. Then you get Chicago, who's been pretty good. They're a playoff team. Can you survive? Then you get the Mets, who just fired their manager over the weekend. If they're going on a run, it's right now.
Now is the time.
It's the only time.
The only time.
My only thing is, can they make up 9 games during that 9-game road trip? Like, where do they have to be? 3 games under 500? Where do they have to be on July 13th, which is a Monday? Okay, they've been talking all year about, we think we're still in it, this, and that. How many games under 500 do they have to be to actually be serious about the team? Because 9 right now is not serious.
Is it more about that, or is it more about the wild card?
If they're playing better, it's weird, right? I don't know. I'm going to take the wild card out of it.
But isn't that what should matter?
I think it's false hope, right? The third wild card's false hope.
Absolutely, but don't you think that's what they're going to sell us?
I hope they don't, because I think that they've already kind of talked about selling.
Well, they kind of threw in the white flag. Like McAdam had the thing, Cotillo's had the thing where they're selling, and now Craig Breslow sees some life. I'm worried, Joe. I'm worried. They should sell. They stink.
They should absolutely sell Sonny Gray, because that's what you do. You trade guys who have half a year left. Like, dude, we already talked about this. The money for Sonny Gray is like, if they owe him $7 million, it's like $3.5 million for the rest of the year. They should get a colossal return for Sonny Gray. This is baseball, right? You trade guys for half the season and you ask for everything. If you're going to trade one guy, it's Sonny Gray. And to be honest with you, you might as well try to trade Aroldis Chapman, because did you see the way he runs? He looks like a 40-year-old the way he runs. I know he can still throw, but let someone else worry about the money, right? I don't know who the next closer is, by the way. I don't know. Maybe they can find one in free agency. I'll just say this, guys, before we go to break. Do you personally think there's anything to Brian Bayo, Marcelo Meyer, and Roman Anthony not playing and the team playing better?
Yes.
Thank you.
I mean, how could you argue?
I think some of the people in the dugout, just like the organization, they don't like what's going on. Brian Bayo got an extension long term. I know it wasn't with the other guys, but since then he's been a jerk. Let's call it what it is. His body language sucks. People think that Roman Anthony's soft. All right? I already went through this one with Zoe last week, okay? But people think he's soft. They think
I
he's
heard,
soft.
Joe.
Yeah, and I told you, don't call me soft. You know what I'll do.
I would not do that.
You know what I'll do.
I heard, Joe. Excuse me.
And then the Marcelo Meyer thing, I mean, it was reported. They're upset with him. And you know who's grinding to come back as soon as possible? Trevor Story.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying, as much as I dislike Trevor Story, he's trying to come back and help. And do you think Marcelo Meyer's coming back in 10 days after his stint? Over under 10 days, Skaz. Over. Oh, way over.
Give me the over.
I think there's people in that locker room that look at Roman, Marcelo, and Bayo as guys who got their money or guys that were high picks that are loafing. And Siegler, dude, I think he is what he is, but a former first-round pick who was a catcher from the Yankees and failed, now playing second and is 13 for 35, there's something there. I think you got to ride that kid until it's maybe dead. I said ride until it's dead. You gonna ride it till the wheels fall off? What should I use? What do you want me to do there?
Just let him play.
Just let him play.
Let him play.
And then play him until he sucks. They did with Mickey. They got him out, right?
Where was Romy tonight?
I didn't see Romy either.
Yeah. Not that I was glued to the TV, but I don't remember seeing him.
Siegler.
Yeah, Tony. He's Bobby's cousin.
Bobby. Yeah, the Yankees, they drafted him. He's my buddy.
Yeah, talk about night moves. This guy's got him. How come all Bob Seger songs are like bowel movements? I think that's a Family Guy bit. Yeah, I think it's a Family Guy bit. But it is pretty accurate. Night moves.
He was great live. I've seen him live a couple of times. The Silver Bullet Band, too, is very...
The Fire Down Below.
Turn the Page. Traveling Man.
Like a Rock.
Shakedown. On the Road Again.
Now, Joe, I know we haven't got to musings yet, but something did happen at a concert. Speaking of night moves and bowel movements that I think we need to get to.
Two things have happened regarding dumps.
Yes.
We'll tell you what those are, but first, this hour of the Sports Hub is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You'll save 50% off your next drive-through oil change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. And for those people on Reddit who think I only talk about poop, well, here you go. We got dumps in your face next on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on The Sports Hub.
in sudden death kicks. And Ja Morant, a Portland Trailblazer, traded today from Memphis for Jeremy Grant. And Kristaps Porzingis, 2 years, $40 million with Golden State. Headlines are brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Don't put off losing weight this summer. Reach your goal during the easiest season for weight loss. Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of summer. I'm Joe Murray. Your next update soon.
Are you actually coaching the game, or it's just that is? I feel so strongly about that. I can't even tell you.
Boston Talk Sports here.
What do we got?
Sports.
You want a random take? Murray's got all sorts on stuff in the world unrelated to sports. So sit back, relax, and get your mind in the game and listen to the words of a grown man complaining.
All right, Murray's Musings here on the Sports Hub. As I mentioned, I was at the Northeast Card Expo all week in Marlboro. It was at the Fort Kick Center. I was set up vending. It was I was there out in Marlboro for 4 days, 4 nights. No, 3 nights, 4 days. Love Marlboro. Love our friends over at Apex. I saw George. Thank you, George. I saw a bunch of people that were in the area. Card people. People came and said hello. The predecessor was there, Skaz. I ran into him with his young children.
Oh, it's happy to hear that.
Fitzy, you know him?
I don't know him.
I don't either. Well, I met him. Now I do. He was there. Wiggy. I ran into Wiggy. We caught up. Talked about chicken parms. Steve Nelson. Do you know him?
Not really, no.
Played for the Patriots.
Before my time.
Remember Bird from coaching him and remembered when he recruited me. And I said, do you remember what you said to me? And he goes, yep. And he was right. He remembered. Lots of people were there. It was hot, though. Very hot. And I'm not lying to you, guys. I think I lost 10 pounds. Like, of sweat.
It's like a sauna.
Does that ever happen to you? You ever lose weight by just sweat?
Oh, yeah.
Like construction in the summer? You just...
Absolutely. Sometimes sitting back here, Joe, and the AC's not working.
I did meet up with Sharpie and Street Team Joe, and there was a cast of characters when I met them. I will wait for Street Team Joe to share.
As I think we should.
Yeah. But I did go, and I was there. 4th of July is this weekend, everybody. We're all looking forward to that, correct?
I would hope so, Joe.
Well, I live on the North Shore, as some of you may know. I'll be staying on the North Shore this week. I'll be in Gloucester, kid.
Well, Joe, that's why I had to send you a story that I saw earlier today.
Well, the North Shore beaches have been closed after millions of gallons of sewage flow into the Merrimack River. Has Riley heard this story? Because I know you were in Gloucester last week.
I was at Salisbury Beach yesterday. There's signs everywhere saying bacteria in the ocean, don't swim.
There you go.
Do you want to know how many people I saw swimming in the ocean? At least 20.
Well, it was hot.
Out on that.
It's like I told you. It's like
that's gross.
Yes.
Would you go swimming in the ocean after knowing there was a bunch of poop poured into it?
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't, Riley.
I don't understand.
You know, Riley, it's a good question. Feel like it is. It's a good question. Would you swim in the ocean if you knew there was poop in it? 5 calls says it all. 617-779-0985.
There's always poo in the ocean, if we're being fair. But this is raw sewage, little different than, your normal, Baby Ruth, as we would call it.
Yeah, Caddyshack.
Yes.
A massive
or Sarah.
A massive wastewater pipe broke over the weekend and dumped millions of gallons of sewage into the Merrimack River. The break occurred in Haverhill, and a pipe that carries wastewater from the main pumping station to the treatment plant.
Millions and millions feels like a lot.
The mayor of Haverhill said that this is one of the city's largest and most critical wastewater pipelines serving thousands of homes. Mayor Barrett said that due to Tuesday's Friday torrential rainstorm, there was a break in a 42-inch sewer force main. Crews responded to investigate and make repairs and found a second break as well. The mayor said that the second break indicates damaged area is larger than originally believed. As a result, about 8 million gallons of wastewater per day are being discharged into the Merrimack River, but the sewer system remains operational.
Sure,
Wait
yeah,
a
no
second.
issues, nothing to see
Wait
here.
a second. The Merrimack River, I'm very familiar with it. So basically, the Merrimack River is a bunch of poo.
Now, Joe.
Does it smell on the boardwalk? I should text my friend Don. Hey, Don, does it smell on the boardwalk?
Gotta have some Haverhill listeners out there, no?
Yeah, there are. So why are the beaches closed? Because the river goes to the ocean?
Because there's raw sewage in the water, yes, I would imagine.
But it's a river.
Yeah, Joe, I'm going to guess that water connects somewhere. River's got to start, it's got to end, right?
I mean, yeah. So the 8 million pounds of sewage.
That feels like a lot of sewage, Joe.
What a massive dump.
Literally.
So now it could be flooding into the ocean? But doesn't the ocean clean itself?
I think when you're dumping millions of gallons of raw sewage in a isolated area, that it could be a problem.
All I know, Skaz, is the beaches will be open on 4th of July because I'm going to Long Beach, baby. And if Gloucester is a hazardous waste, you might find out if I'm going. Dude, we're getting a heat wave this week. We're getting a heat wave. What, we're going to smell like poo? What's it going to smell like?
You're going to have the sniffer out there, Joe.
Oh, you know what's funny, though, is I'm going to Gloucester's. I mean, Salisbury and Plum Island and all those are going to be off limits, right? Does that mean it's going to continue to trail? Does that mean that the 8 million is going to continue to go towards Gloucester and then towards the South Shore, Skaz, and then to the Cape or to the Vineyard?
Don't you bring that poop to
Where
me,
does it
Joe.
go? Where does the poop go?
The poop stops here, Joe. We're not doing that.
No, I need to know where the hot dumps are. Where do they go? How do you pump it out? What do you do? What are they doing so that we can go to the beach this weekend? It's not about your poop. It's about going to the beach.
Who's on the cleanup crew for that one, Joe?
Who is?
Not a job I'd want.
Dude, it is going to be 100 degrees and it's going to smell like poop. That is the worst case situation ever.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm not even kidding. What a week to crap the bed.
That's one way to put it. Now, Joe, this isn't our only poop-related story, I believe.
Anyways, we're going to get to that. But the beaches, as the man Jaw says, the beaches will be open. Imagine 4th of July weekend. A full-fledged 8 million pounds of sewage from Haverhill? Haverhill? There's 8 million pounds of sewage in Haverhill? The hell are they eating out there? Well, Skaz, sounds like there was a concert with... All right. Set this one up for me. Whose concert was this once again? I read the article, and now I'm paraphrasing what I read.
This is Noah Kahan. Noah Kahan,
yes. He'll be in... I think he's coming here.
I mean, he's here all the time. I believe he's from Vermont. He's a very popular man. He begs fans not to poop at his shows. It's basically what's happened. Joe, Noah Khan pleads with fans to just go to the bathroom. This coming weeks after Olivia Rodrigo apparently had to do the same thing. The Styx season singer took to X to ask fans not to defecate on themselves at shows after a graphic viral TikTok video showed feces at the ground at one of his concerts. If you have to poop at a show, please go to the bathroom. Con wrote on June 27th, I've pooped my pants as much as the next 29-year-old, but you guys got to understand there's a venue worker out there that has to deal with that. So he's begging, pleading with his fans to not defecate at his shows.
All right.
I believe a little research was done into this as well.
Oh, you guys have done research.
Not me personally. Street Team Joe, I believe, was doing the research. Now, Joe, I don't want to point fingers or anything. Apparently, this was a female fan. A female fan.
So
of,
a female
Noah,
fan,
Noah
which,
Kahan.
again, Street Team Joe's friend Sarah.
Not her friend.
Pooped in a pool?
Not her friend.
Oh, sorry, Sarah's friend.
Thank you.
Yes. Pooped in a pool?
And then picked it up and shucked it.
And then picked it up, but told everybody to look the other way.
Yes.
This is at a concert in your own pants.
Apparently not all in your own pants, though, if there is some evidence left behind.
All right. I have been to probably, Skaz, 250 concerts in my life. Whether it's been, big ones or like my friends' shows. I had a friends who played in bands and stuff, so I'd go. I've been to... There's only one sporting event in my life where I've crapped my pants. One time in my life. I was a young kid. It was Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant at the old Boston Garden.
I mean, that's worth it.
And I crapped my pants. I was like 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah, I mean, for Andre the Giant.
But it wasn't that I didn't watch. It wasn't that it wasn't. You know what? I wish I could say in my defense it was Hogan versus Andre.
It was the anticipation of the event, Joe. It was Andre the Giant.
It was more that I had to poop and I didn't want to poop in public. And I don't really remember it because I was a kid. But let's just say I'm reminded often that I crapped my pants at a wrestling event at like 7 years old. But since then, I've been to millions of sporting events, whether I've covered them or gone as a fan. I've gone to millions of concerts. I've never crapped my pants. Now, have I gone to rain shows before? And I'm soaking wet and have I peed my pants? Yes.
We have an expert on the line.
Should I take this? Street Team Joe is on the line. Hello, Street Team Joe.
Hey, Joe. I just wanted to shed some light on this poop story that we've come across at the Noah Khan concert.
Hold on. Before we get to that, Street Team Joe.
Yes.
You, and very appreciative, you took over on Thursday night on this very program. Is that correct?
I did take over, yes.
Now, this is Musings. I heard a small rumor that we're talking about dumps. Is there a chance you may have had to dump yourself on Thursday night?
No, I don't know where you... Did Kevin O'Connor tweet that? Can we trust him?
It was not Kevin O'Connor that tweeted that, no.
Yeah, unless it came from Himmelsbach, Skaz. I don't know if we can trust those sources. I think you can ask Derek, but he's pretty ironclad out there.
I heard, maybe a word that's used, for poop or dump even may have caused a slight mishap for you on Thursday night.
Yeah, I can't confirm or deny that. I'd like to have my lawyers talk to your lawyers. And
yeah,
stuff
of course.
But yeah,
Joe,
the alleged incident.
Don't share anything about Saturday until you're in studio, okay?
All right, I'll be in tomorrow night.
Okay. So Noah Khan, you know him?
So I do know Noah Khan. I was listening to this story a little bit described in another podcast, and apparently on Twitter, a girl came forward and said she saw the whole incident, and what she was basically describing was she was sitting in a certain section, certain row, and she saw a female take a dump. Now, she wasn't shitting her pants.
Dummy up. What is he doing? I had to explain to him
Did I not, for the first, 90 seconds of that phone call, beat around the bush that he did exactly that when he filled in on Thursday night? That exact thing we just discussed at length? I mean, what has happened to our street team Joe?
I think Joe doesn't think that the S word is a swear.
Just because he does not think it does not mean that that's the case.
The other night, and I'm sharing now stuff that happened on Saturday night, I had to tell him the George Carlin 7 things that you can't say on the radio. And I can't say them, Skaz. I can't say them. I have worked in this business for 20 years. I've sworn maybe once or twice.
You catch yourself. I will say that. You get a half swear
The
out.
F word I said once, it was the morning time, and I really screwed up. I mean, that one was a blunder, definitely. I may have said some things that were maybe misinterpreted the way that they were meant. Is he trying to get back on the air now?
No, he's not.
Joe, you can't swear, bro.
I have a text from one Joe Ariano. It just says, it's not a swear. Yes, it is. It's not for you to decide what is and what isn't a swear. We have a little bit of a naughty boy on our hands here with Street Team Joe.
He said a swear. I heard it. The second I heard it, I freaked out.
He said it as if it was, jumping out of his mouth.
It is poop, but you can't use the slang word of it.
Not even close either.
Noah's in Worcester. Hi, Noah.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm all right. What's up, Noah? Should we get out of this? Anyway, so people are crapping at Noah Khan's concerts, and he's asked them politely on Twitter not to crap in their pants anymore.
I believe that's correct. That seems like a fair ask.
Pretty much it. Have you ever have you ever urinated when it's wet because you're wet and you pee?
Yeah, like as a youth getting out of the pool or something, yeah.
I played football once in a rain game, and said, why not? It's wet. Been to a concert before where I've been soaked. Why not? Once you break the seal, dude, it's over. You know that? Especially when you're drinking Bud Lights all day. Sorry, Riley. She's like, what is he talking about? Anyways, there's poop in the water, and there's no pooping at concerts.
I'm re-listening now, Joe. It's as blatant as a swear has ever been said on the station.
I know. He doesn't think that is a swear.
He gears up to say it. He almost
He needs to watch George Carlin.
What's the punishment here?
We should have a swear jar.
I think he should Venmo us each $10.
No, I think what we should do is make a jar.
One appetizer per swear,
Riley can make it.
Something like that.
And can we get one of those Poland Springs water jugs?
Oh, there we go.
Right? Put some nice paper around it. And for all of us, anyone who swears, anyone. What's the penalty? $1? $5? $5's small.
Oh, that's a good one.
A 5 is small, and it's small enough, right? Because what I would do is I'd put a 10 in there in case the next time I did it.
Yeah, just covering the bases, yeah. Throw a 20 in there to start the week,
Yeah, hey, I'm just going to give myself 4. I can't believe he did that. Can you?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I can.
Javi's in Plymouth. Javi.
Hey, do you think the Beatles ever had to ask their fans to not poop their pants?
And the Beatles kind of take me for guys who might have been into that.
I think maybe Lennon was. I think that's why he was into Yoko Ono.
Oh, hey, what about like Fish?
The band or the way you eat?
The band. Do you think they tell their listeners not to poop?
I think that'd be a pretty safe bet. Them, the Grateful Dead, and like
maybe Stevie
Ray Vaughan. Steamy Ray Vaughan.
Like who's the cheeseburger in paradise guy there? Margaritaville guy.
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Buffett.
And we can't.
Buffett and Fish and Grateful Dead. Yeah.
And we can't forget Steamy Ray Vaughan.
Steamy. Just like when you were smoking weed, it was Wesley Pipes. Or Billy Bong Thornton. Mike's in Braintree. Mike.
Hey, Joe, I got two things for you. First one, if peeing your pants is cool, then consider me Miles Davis. And the second one is my favorite kind of mushroom, shiitake, buddy.
Yeah. When I worked in the car business, guys, we used to do, we used to call the brown color what that caller called it. Did I ever tell you when we were 15-10, we'd do NASCAR races and I'd play fart noises during the races?
I've heard. I've heard.
And like nobody would call. Oh, the old AM radio days, man. Oh, okay. We have to go to break. We have to. Well, everybody, hopefully your weekend isn't in the crapper.
Take a dump, but now she wasn't in her pants.
Dummy up.
Just a bad boy.
Turd Ferguson. He literally doesn't think S is a swear. He feels like it's not a swear, but he's not listening to us.
Just because he feels that way doesn't make it right.
I feel a lot of things. Doesn't mean anyone cares. And it doesn't mean it's right. All right. Well, I've been reminded that I was 5 or 6 when I pooped my pants at the Andre. But yeah, hey man, I pooped my pants. It was Andre versus Hogan. What was I supposed to do? I've shared my poop stories, but I've never crapped my pants at a concert. So, in a way, Noah Khan, congrats. I think you're on this. When it said Noah on the phone, I actually thought it was really him because he's from Vermont, right? Dude, the Merrimack River, man. Please, just don't ruin my weekend. Imagine being stuck on a beach that you can't go in because of crap. Out. Oh, I'm going to be so pissed. We got to go to break. I'm Joe Murray.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Hey, it's Zoe, and if you've got mold or funky odors creeping around your home or office, don't mess around. Call my guys at Green Home Solutions. They'll restore your air quality safely, and that means healthier air for your kids, your pets, and grandma too. Visit greenhomesolutions.com/Boston.
What? The Netherlands up 1-0 on that one. Let's see here. Well, people in our chat said well, Boston's entered the chat's on right now, but it was on from earlier, everybody. So thank you for watching if you did earlier. Oh, how do we bounce back from the last segment?
Would you like a look at the rundown, Joe?
Well, let's talk to John first.
Okay.
John's in Quincy. Hey, John.
Hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
What's up, dude?
Yeah, I'm from Quincy, and back in the 1970s, there was raw sewage being pumped out into Quincy Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And Quincy was known as the flounder capital of the world.
Yep.
Where the flounder feed off of the bottom of the ocean. We swam in that stuff. We didn't know any better. 50, 60 years later, we're still alive.
So you think that I can go in the water this weekend is what you're telling me?
Absolutely. And then that's why they created the Big Dig, by the way. You know about the Big Dig?
Well, I'm very familiar with the Big Dig.
Never heard of it.
Where are you going with it, though?
Oh, what I'm going with is, people are panicking in the oceans, a lot of water out there. And to think that how many gallons are being pumped out because of April is going to destroy all the water on the beach, I'm not buying it.
You said you grew up in Quincy?
Yep.
Did you ever jump in the quarries?
Absolutely. Dino, Badges.
And, I know there was a little rope swing because I remember it when I was a kid. Did you ever jump in the Charles?
I'm not that stupid.
Yep. What about the Charles, and what else is there? What about Walston Beach?
Well, again, that was part of Quincy Bay, so we used to swim there quite a bit. There was a rapids in Quincy. I don't know if you knew about the rapids. It was at the Furnace Brook Parkway, Quincy Shore Drive.
Well, wasn't the waste pipes? Because I remember the flounder stuff. Wasn't that in Howe's Neck?
Exactly.
So can you swim in Howe's Neck now or no?
Oh yeah. I mean, they put a whole new treatment plant in there called Nut Island. By the way, a little secret out there: Quincy will turn 10 to 15 degrees cooler the next couple of days than anybody else if there's any wind.
Well, it's going to be 100 degrees the next 3 days.
If there's wind, it's going to come off the cold part of the bay. And
what are you? What are you? The harbor master or something? What are you? What are you?
I'm 60 years old.
Yeah, but are you the harbor master?
I had a boat. I know the whole thing.
Oh, so what's up with the Big Dig now? What happened there?
Well, the Big Dig was to clean up all the raw sewage that was being pumped into the ocean. And they put it 20 miles out. And supposedly the image is at the end of the 20 miles, you could drink the water out of the pipes and not have any medical situation. That's how much they cleaned it up.
But the Big Dig saved the ocean?
Correct. Oh, no, it saved the ocean, cleaned it all up. Because they had the treatment plant there. You know those little eggshells over there in East Boston?
Yes.
Those are all treatment plants to get the sewage stuff pumped out into the ocean clean.
So what do you think they're going to do on the North Shore with 8 million pounds of poop?
They're going to let nature take over, just like they did in Quincy Bay, where they didn't have that option of treating it then. Watch out for flounder. It's a good place probably to do some flounder fishing.
Thank you, John. That guy's going to make me... Oh, God, I know. Riley's looking at me like, what kind of joke is Joe going to drop right now? Flounder, huh? Flounder fishing? Guys, you ever from with a boat?
Sure.
You been on a boat lately?
Not lately.
Do you think the dogs would come on the boat?
Joe, I'm not a boat guy.
Oh, not a boat guy, huh?
Not an ocean guy.
No.
Lake. You'll catch me on the shore.
I'll catch you on the shore, but not in the ocean.
No.
Do you go in the ocean?
I'll go in the ocean, but not on a boat.
Is Riley a boat girl?
I actually have a boat. It's a jet boat. It's pretty nice.
Do you ride it?
Yeah. I actually have my boating license from Vermont. Fun fact.
Captain Riles?
Yeah.
How many people can be on your boat?
I think 8, but I think we've gone over 8.
Is it like a party boat?
It's called a Yamaha jet boat. It's like a speedboat. It's like a giant jet ski boat.
Does it have an underneath that you can sleep in?
No, it's not that. It's just like it's like a wake boat.
Do you know how to do the rope ties and all that stuff?
Yeah. I'm a ropes course director, quote unquote, or I was.
I feel like between her and Derek, we could get some real, what was that movie called? Overboard?
I don't know.
Yeah, those. Yeah,
you gave me nothing. I could have been the name of the movie.
Google Overboard. We could do Overboard. We could do.
You're saying we could act in it.
I feel like if you're the captain.
1987 comedy romance starring Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
Yes.
Still married to this day, Goldie Hawn and Kurt.
Yeah.
47% on Rotten Tomatoes for that one. Maybe we find a better script.
That's
I would
bad,
say
right?
that's bad.
What was another movie? Well,
The Titanic.
Oh, not great there either.
Do you believe in the fact that they both could have fit on the door?
So, well, if you watch Jaws, well, they sing the song for bow-legged women. Is that what it was about?
I'm sorry?
Yes. Remember sing the song? Remember he got the bites on him because the sharks came for them because the boat sank? I think everyone froze or the sharks ate them. Some people did live, though.
Yeah.
They're just all dead now.
So time works there.
And I believe that the Titanic is still at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, remember those people tried to go see it not too long ago? That didn't really work out there.
Shouldn't laugh about that.
Didn't The Simpsons predict that too?
They predicted everything.
They
I think,
predicted
at this point.
the hantavirus or whatever that just came out. So Riley's a boatmaster, huh?
A little bit. I wouldn't say master.
Boat captain.
I know how to drive a boat.
Pirates of the Caribbean. You guys can do that one?
You ever see Forrest Gump?
No, but that's the box of chocolates, right? Like, box of chocolates, something like that.
Wait, what about the box of chocolates?
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Why?
You lost me there. I don't know.
You never know what you're going to get,
Oh,
right?
there you go.
Like that.
Riley.
It's the guy who voices Woody, right?
His name is Tom
His
Hanks.
name is Tom Hanks. He's a very famous.
Yeah, he voices Woody.
Okay, Riley. I have a task for you.
Okay.
Over the 4th of July break, I need you to watch Forrest Gump.
But I have so many things to do.
When you have some downtime,
Okay.
watch it with your folks. Ask your folks, hey, have you ever seen Forrest Gump?
They definitely have.
And then ask if they can watch it with you.
Okay.
I think
they probably won't, but okay.
I think you're going to have your life changed after watching it.
Is it? I'm guessing it's a really good movie.
It's a great movie. It's one of the best of all time.
It's a good movie.
Is it boring though?
No. That's the whole point of it. It's not boring.
Okay. Okay. If I have time, I don't know if I'll have time. I'm having a sleepover, so.
Morocco! 90th minute, baby! All right, Riley. Forrest Gump. You watch it. I want a whole breakdown. I love Forrest Gump.
I'd like Riley's thoughts on Jenny.
Oh, Jenny. Yes, Jenny. Jenny was the name of their boat.